noticeable.
Now in the announcer's booth for your Jamestown Tarp
Coming out of
Skunks,
retirement,
Jamie Buckdogs!
lefty,
How's that sound?
lefty out of the
Sounds
bullpen.
good, right?
I can go home. He's gonna do this.
I got
Bowling
this. I got
at
this, guys.
275 average.
275.
WRFA.
That's going to left field. That's deep and very close to the salami. That's just drive in 2-run, and Henry Jewett give him some juju bees with that 2 RBI double, making it 4-0 Jamestown.
So this is where you want to be, right, Bilka? 0-2 when you're in a jam. Yep. There's a swing on it. Good work by Bilka there. That was really good stuff by Bilka.
Next one is going to get hit to left. That's going to drop. Base hit. Oh, it got misplayed there by Quinlan. 1-run scores. 2-run score. That's 2 more RBIs for Johnson. Give him 4 on the night. 13-6. 6 runs here in the bottom of the 7th.
And now let's send you down to Russell E. Dietrich Park, where our broadcast team is standing by.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Game 2 of this doubleheader of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRFA. I'm Norm Rodriguez, joined by Jason Sample, and again, tonight's game features Game 2 of this doubleheader between your Jamestown Tarp Skunks, whom are hosting the Batavia Muckdogs. A reminder, support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball is So I do apologize for that cutoff as the national anthem was being sung there, but I'll repeat it again. A reminder, support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball is through support from Schultz Auto Group, the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency, Chautauqua Institution, and Reg Lene Center for the Arts. Funding is also provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting. Tonight's game is being broadcast on WRFA 107.9 FM and streaming on WRFALP.com, with the broadcast also available on the Tarp Skunks YouTube channel. So, Jason, Jamestown looks to go for the doubleheader sweep here. They took the first game earlier 9-2, and Gilman, a solid performance on the rubber. Complete game, 7 strikeouts. It got by him a little bit near the end, but he was able to finish the job.
Yeah, great job by Gilman, obviously the star of the first game here of the doubleheader. Hey, what more could you ask for in Jamestown at Dietrich Park than a doubleheader on the first day of summer? Where else would you rather be than right here, right now, to borrow a phrase from Marv Levy, and, of course, to borrow a phrase from Ernie Banks. Let's play 2. That's what we're doing right now. And, yeah, you talk about the stellar performance by the pitcher last game. That's huge for the bullpen. It keeps a lot of arms available for Coach Bazil as we progress to this game. We would like to see tonight's starter remain on the mound throughout the first 4 or even 5 innings, typically what we see in college baseball, at least at this collegiate level in the summer league. You typically don't see a player doing a complete game, but we saw it already last game with it being a shortened 7 innings. Who knows, we might see it again here, but again, the fact that we saw a pitcher go the entire game for the Skunks means that there'll be plenty of arms available for Coach Bazil to lean on if he needs to in this second game of the doubleheader.
For sure, and getting his first start of the season, he's mainly been a reliever from time to time, and he's a native of Hamburg, New York, but he plays for the Roll Tide, University of Alabama Crimson Tide. Evan Chaffee getting his first start of the season, and if it's going to be at least shades of what it was in Game 1, we could see Chaffee, I think, go at least 4 or 5 innings, and the last game was actually the first one where the starting pitcher for Jamestown at Dietrich was eligible for the win, because throughout the year so far, Bazil was known to pull the starters out early to preserve the inning limits, but it's going to be Josh Leadham literally leading it off here to start the top of the first in Game 2 of this doubleheader for Batavia.
Well, we'll see what Batavia can do to get back on the winning side of things, but a key a doubleheader for Jamestown trying to keep competitive in the Western Division. Here's the first pitch.
And that one called outside for a ball, and we were actually told this before the start of the game, and I kind of already knew it myself because last year their only win at Batavia was on the road. That was their first win against Batavia at home in roughly 2 years.
Long overdue, but maybe we can make it now 2 in a row after getting that first victory here in game number 1. The pitcher settling in, and here comes the second delivery.
And that one called outside for a ball, making it 2-0. And yeah, during the doubleheaders with the umpires, one will usually do bases, one will do the plate, and then they switch.
Leadham, by the way, batting 182 coming into today.
But don't let that average deceive you. I've seen him get on base, and he's got wheels on him.
And that went into the press box over on the right-hand side of the press box. Hopefully nobody was there. I think it went in the Post-Journal box of the press box. Scott Kinberg, I hope you're okay.
At least he can get it autographed after the game as Leadham hits a hot shot to third. Good effort there by Thompson, but at the end of the day, it is foul.
And maybe for the best, it could have been a base hit. I don't know if Thompson was able to make the throw over to first in time had he have knocked it down if that were indeed fair.
Nonetheless, gold star for effort for him on that one, but again, fortunately for him, it was foul. 1-2 count here as we're starting Game 2 of this doubleheader. Jamestown looking to get the sweep, and here comes Chaffee's next pitch. And that hit him, got him right in the elbow guard, so that's a good start here for Batavia, albeit it was a hit by pitch. There is a runner on first to start off here for the Muckdogs, and now it's going to be
Anthony Calabro. Easy for me to say.
And while we wait for him to bat from 3 through 10, it'll be Giuseppe Arcuri, Adam Agresti, James Acelta, Henry Daniels, Lucas Lopez, Matt DeStefano, Bryce Mortellaro, and Caleb Rodriguez as Leadham takes off. Here's a throw by Middleman, but it's not going to be anywhere near in time.
Calabro now has a runner in scoring position with that stolen base. He's batting .238 on the season, by the way. He does have 10 hits, including 3 doubles and even 1 triple to go along with 6 RBIs. He's also been walked 8 times. He's been hit by a pitch 4 times. He's struck out 10 times. He leads the team in being struck out, so this could be promising news for Chaffee on the mound for the Tarp Skunks.
A good bait. Oh, Liam's going to take off again. Here comes a throw to third, and again, not in time. Back-to-back steals by Leadham, and doing the shades of Willie Mays Hayes there, trying to get second and third. I doubt he's going to try and steal home, though, because that's the most difficult one to try and play thievery with.
Well, keep in mind, Chaffee is a left-handed pitcher. His back is to the runner. That could give the runner a slight advantage if Chaffee loses sight of him, but you're right. I don't think we're going to see an attempt for a steal at home unless it goes past the catcher, of course. Backstop tonight for the Skunks is Milliman.
Yeah, they've got 3 different catchers. Juwan started game 1, and he's done very well in the place of campus so far, as that one's chopped foul, so the count goes to 3-1.
I don't know who brought all these bags up here in the press box, Norm, but I keep on kicking them, so I finally moved them out of the way here. I think I got a good position here, and we're just about set to continue this broad. A little bit of a delay in play there as Milliman stepped away from behind the plate, but I think we're ready to roll again here. 3-1 the count. If you're just joining us, it's game number 2 of today's doubleheader. The Skunks won the first one against the Batavia Muckdogs. The final score 9-2. Here's the pitch.
That one's going to go foul over top of the press box, and the count goes full.
Beautiful crowd tonight for a beautiful night at the ballpark. As we mentioned, it's the first day of summer. Everybody's out here. It is $2 night at the ballpark as well. $2 to get in, $2 concession items. I think food along with some beverages, legal and otherwise.
Next one, that's going to be a chopper over to short. Me fields it cleanly, and he gets the job done. He does drive in the run. Even though he grounded out, he got it done getting the run in, and for this game, Batavia scores first. They're ahead 1-0, and now it's going to be Giuseppe Arcuri, the third baseman, and wearing a unique jersey number there in number 88.
Well, give Leadman credit for having nifty running there, being the leadoff hitter, getting on base, hit by a pitch. He stole second. The next pitch he stole third, and now he went in on a sacrifice. That's kind of the way you do it with some inside baseball, and Batavia Muckdogs are finding themselves in the lead at the top of this game, 1-0 here with just one out. Nobody on the base now. Arcuri, the third baseman.
Yeah, and that pitch is outside for a ball. I wonder if he picked number 88 because he felt that'd be a number nobody would want.
Could be. You see a lot of football players, wide receivers obviously wearing 88. I think Lynn Swan was 88.
Yes, he was.
One of the most famous 88s is Jerry Rice, of course.
He wore 88 in college.
Oh, thank you. He
Yep.
wasn't 88 for the 49ers.
No, he was number 80.
Goodness, Norm.
And that's ball 4, so Arcuri will take the free pass. And
I'll stick with baseball.
And now it will be the DH, Adam Agresti. He's played game 1, and he's usually a catcher, but he'll get that position off, and he's going to be DH. Sometimes,
you don't want to be a catcher for 14 consecutive innings. So,
right.
But still, he's probably got a good bat. I mean, he's in the cleanup spot, so we'll see what he can do here with a runner at first, and we'll see if Batavia tries that aggressive base running again.
Well, here's a pickoff, and Arcuri gets back safely, and
yeah, Chafee chasing him back a little bit to keep him somewhat honest and not get too large of a leadoff over there on first base. But again, here we are. We're looking at Arcuri, and he's got a pretty good jump off of the bag. We'll see what happens with delivery.
And it's our pickoff.
Chafee chases him back again. A little bit of a cat and mouse situation going on right here.
Well, that's a pro for him being a southpaw because when there's a lead on first, he can look right at him, eye contact.
Right.
So here comes Chaffee's next pitch. Some off-speed action there, but it's outside for a ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a change up here. Chaffee just might want to try to get settled in here and find the strike zone and throw a few right down the middle. Obviously, don't give him any meatballs or anything that Agresti can swing at.
Next pitch is low and inside for a ball, and so far Chaffee's having a little trouble finding that strike zone.
Right. Sometimes it takes a few batters, even an inning or two before you get settled in here, and that could be the case with Chaffee. You noted this is his first start of the season, right?
Yes, it is. Though he does lead the team with 2 wins on the year, as that next pitch was low and inside for a ball, making the count 3-0. Yeah, one of the wins he had was actually on Kids Day.
And Agresti, by the way, is batting .300. He's got 2 doubles and 9 RBI on the season with 6 strikeouts and 4 walks.
So his walk-to-strikeout ratio could be a touch better, but as long as he has more strikeouts than walks at the end of the day, I'm sure he'll happily take it, as the count is 3-1 here to Agresti.
Well, Agresti's got the hitter's count. We'll see if he makes something of it. There goes the runner. It was a hit-and-run situation. It's fouled back, and so we'll do this one all over again. It'll be a 3-2 count now, full count. Got 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 1 out.
Yeah, Q, you're up, the final countdown. Well, one of the last times Batavia tried the hit and run was back in game 1, and it was a liner right in Mee's glove, and it was a simple 6-3 double play.
We should be so lucky this time.
And Arcuri, he's got a decent lead off of the bag. I'd say about 4 steps. Chaffee looking right at him. Here comes the full counter. That one's fouled over top of the press box, and the count will stay full. Kind of shades of what we've seen in the first game of the doubleheader. Quite a few pitches, the batters. There was one at-bat, Colin Houck, even though he ended up striking out the at-bat, it took Woods, the starting pitcher for game 1, 10 pitches.
Yeah, that was a classic duel.
Another payoff. Arcuri takes off, and that's ball 4 anyway.
So no stolen base there, but Arcuri will remain on second because Agresti was walked on that full count. So we've got bases. None. We got runners on first and second.
Yep, and right away, Conference on the mound.
Yeah, Salta is coming up next. By the way, Salta is batting .385. Only 13 at-bats heading into today, but he's got a high average, and he's got 2 ducks on the pond right now. He's got 1 runner in scoring position with Arcuri, who reached base on a walk, and Agresta, who reached base on a walk. And the first batter was hit by a pitch. The only out the Skunks have got so far here in the top of the first inning was that sacrifice, the number 2 slot, Anthony Calabro, who ended up driving in a run because Liedman, the leadoff hitter for Batavia, was able to steal second and also steal third before getting batted in across home plate, courtesy of Calabro. A lot of players with A's in the first name, or at least 3 in a row here. We got a Curry, Agresti, and now a Celta, the extra hitter, number 27, at the plate, batting right-handed against the left-handed pitcher of the Skunks.
And that one upstairs for a ball. So a Celta kind of in a similar spot he was in game 1. He was the DH the first one. Now he's the extra hitter. So he went up a letter. Next pitch on the way by Chaffee, and that one right at the heart of the plate. That was a bit of a delayed call there. I was waiting to see what the count was.
Right, I thought it was a strike too, and then I didn't really hear a strike call, and I was getting a little nervous there.
So we got the triple sticks on the board, a 1-1 count with just one out. Next pitch by Chaffee, and that one is hit to left center, but Gagnon under it, and he will make the catch, and Arcuri's going to tag up. No, he's not. He's going to stay at second. A good throw there by Gagnon to the cutoff man there in Grady Mee.
Yeah, Gagnon really did a great job getting the ball in quickly, preventing the runner from advancing to third base. And the Skunks might be able to get out of this one, just allowing one run here with that fly out to center field. It makes it 2 outs. Daniels now at the plate, and he is batting .205 on the season with 39 plate appearances. He's got 2 doubles, just 4 RBIs so far. Lefty versus lefty, this advantage goes to the pitcher.
Next pitch rolled inside for a ball.
We'll see if Chaffee can make it work out here with his breaking ball going away from the batter on the left-handed side of the plate.
Yeah, the goal for him right now is just to get out of this top half of the inning without further damage, as the next pitch is upstairs, making the count 2-0.
Yeah, Chaffee is still trying to get that strike zone nailed down. He's trying to lock in here. Let's see if he can't settle in and get out of this.
2-0 pitch on the way. That one inside, ball 3.
Now obviously a red light for the batter, Henry Daniels. He'll probably just wait and see what happens here. So now if you want to throw a meatball right down the middle just to get a strike is the time to do it for Chaffee. I doubt Daniels is going to swing away.
So count 2-1 and ball low, so that's 3-1.
Oh, that one was a strike. I thought it was a 3-0 count.
So now it's the green light here for the batter and Daniels. He didn't play in the first game of the doubleheader, but he is usually on first from time to time. He swings and misses. Count goes full. Moment ago, it looked like Chaffee was possibly going to walk his third batter in the last 4 face, but he's able to get Daniels to swing and miss and make the count full here. So payoff pitch coming. Runners are going. Caught looking. Strike 3 at the heart of the plate. So even though 1 run scored for Batavia, good job by Chaffee there to avoid any further opportunity for Batavia to make it a bigger lead.
Yes, indeed. So after a half an inning of play here in today's game number 2 of the doubleheader, the score is Batavia 1. Skunks, of course, nothing. They will be up to bat here in the bottom of the first. But first, let's thank one of our sponsors for bringing you this broadcast. Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball is brought to you in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency. The Chautauqua County IDA is an economic development organization authorized and empowered by New York State to make Chautauqua County a better place to work, live, and visit. The IDA facilitates development by attracting new businesses. It also promotes the retention and expansion of existing businesses, and it offers businesses assistance in the form of tax abatements, low-interest loans, and bond financing, all of which help enhance the opportunities for job creation and retention across Chautauqua County. From Jamestown to Dunkirk, from Westfield on over to the town of Poland, you name it, they help out. The Chautauqua County IDA, a proud supporter of Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball on WRFA. For more information, call 661-8900. That's 716-661-8900, or go online to ccida.com. Back to you, Norm.
Jason, as always, thank you very much. As Jamestown behind 1-0, as we'll get to see them bat for the first time in this second game of the doubleheader, and they're going to be facing a familiar foe on the mound in Ronaldo Usen. last time he started against Jamestown, he only allowed 1 run. He struck out 7 batters, and he'll look for another solid performance on the rubber. And I said this to Colin when he and I broadcasted the game that he started. Just taking a look at him, I instantly think of CC Sabathia when he was pitching. He's got that stockiness that he had in his MLB career.
Yeah, he's quite a load there. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if in the fall he suits up and puts on pads and, plays fullback by his size, or maybe even nose tackle on the defensive line. He is big. He's got the 00 on his back, and as you noted, I'm sure he can deliver quite a bit of heat as well in his pitching. We'll see what he does here against the Skunks, with the leadoff hitter being me, who started off really hot this season, settled down a little bit, but still I think he is in the lead on the team for batting. His current average is .424 on the season. What was that first pitch, a ball?
Yes, it was. It was outside and nearly in the dirt. So me looking to get a base hit here and get on base to start the inning. The last game, the last pitch was a delayed strike call, so it counts even. He batted in the 2 spot in game 1, which was a little unusual because he's usually the leadoff guy, but this one he is in the leadoff slot. As he swings and misses, the count goes 1-2. And before the next pitch, the remaining lineup for Jamestown, Kieran Gagnon is up next, the center fielder. Then Braden Johnson, the left fielder. And Matt Thompson will be the cleanup guy. I'll name the other 6 in just a moment, as it's a 1-2 pitch here by Usen, and that's in the dirt. Counts even at 2. So from 5 to 10 in the order, it's going to be Luke Fuller, Aiden Wallace, Aiden Dunlap, Cooper Monroe, Ryan Middleman, and Connor Bendak. And again, the starting pitcher for Jamestown is Chaffee. And here comes a 2-2 by Usen. It's a chopper down foul beyond the Skunk dugout and hit the tarp.
Yeah, Grady Mee is not an easy out by any means, which is evident by the way he's hit so far this season. As he noted, .424 on the season. He's got 14 hits at 33 at-bats, including 5 doubles and 1 triple. Let's see what he does here. Fielded cleanly by the shortstop. Safe by half a step.
Call that an infield single, and Mee's got the wheels. He does lead the team in stolen bases. He's got 8 on the year, so.
Well, that's why he's batting leadoff, right? I mean, he's got the wheels. It shows it right there. You would think that it would have been a ground out, a 6-3 ground out. But the shortstop, who fielded it cleanly, just couldn't get it over in time. Mee with his speedy wheels paying off. And the leadoff batter for the Skunks here in the bottom of the first is now on. If you're just joining us, the score is 1-0. Batavia Muckdogs leading the Skunks in the bottom of the first inning of today's second game of a doubleheader.
And Mee, he doesn't have a big lead off the bag, but like Chaffee, Usen is a southpaw. Mee's taking off. Here comes the throw to second, and he's safe. Steal number 9 on the year for Grady Mee.
Very close. He got underneath that tag. He slid low, and the tag was high. I think that if the glove was a little bit lower, we might have seen a close play and possibly even an out. But credit Mee for getting down, sliding in, and making it safe. And now he's in scoring position. No outs here with the number 2 batter at the plate in Gagnon.
I think he's showing lead him. Anything you can do, I can do just as good, if not better. Here's the next pitch by Usen, and that one's going to go foul. And around the vicinity of the Muckdog bullpen, the count's even at 1s.
Yeah, he took it to the opposite side here. Gagnon hitting right-handed, but it went left, shallow left field, out of play.
Yeah, we haven't seen too much of Gagnon throughout the season, but when he has gotten opportunities, he's one of those guys that his fielding is superior to his batting.
Yeah, just 125 so far in this young season. He can turn that around with a couple of hits in today's ball game.
A base hit here could drive in Mee because he's got the wheels to go from second to home.
Just 16 plate appearances so far this season. 4 strikeouts and 1 walk.
And the 4 strikeouts were actually against Batavia. A start he had, he got that unusual, the golden sombrero.
Well, get this. Gagnon has 2 hits so far this season, both of which were extra bases. 1 was a double and 1 was a triple.
Making it count.
So if he gets a double right here, he'll drive somebody in, but he's got to make contact here. He's got a good count. 3-1 the count right now in his favor. We'll see if he gets the green light and swings away.
And he does. He swings and misses, and the count goes full. Got to give it to the guys, though, that aren't scared to wave the bat.
No, we like batters that swing, right?
I've said it before, and I'll say it again. It's better to, if you strike out, it's better to strike out swinging, because at least you went down with a fight. Here's the payoff, and it's fouled off, so Gagnon will get another pitch in this at-bat. I think even a hit to the shallow outfield could get me home and tie this thing up.
Well, that left fielder out there is playing pretty deep at this point. So you're right, a little blooper that can drop in there would be really nice to see. That would definitely score a run. No outs as it stands right now, a runner on second.
And runner takes off, ball 4, and he's out. Oh, no, he's safe. I thought he was tagged out.
Again, he was under the glove.
Woo-hoo. Put him in double figures. That's 10 steals on the year. I thought he got nailed, but I'm happy that I was wrong.
Well, that was twice. It was very close. And again, credit me for getting low. And, you know, the catcher for Batavia is doing a good job back there, Mortellaro, with his throws, because they're great. They get there before the runner arrives, but they're high. And when your catcher throws high like that, it doesn't allow the baseman to get the glove down low, and that allows the runner to slide underneath. And that's what we saw twice now with me taking third base, and that was a walk as well. So now Gagnon on first, and me is on third with no outs here. The Skunks are looking pretty good at this point. We'll see if Braden Johnson, the left fielder, can drive him in. I had a chance to talk with him earlier this ball game as part of our Meet the Skunks segment. I did his interview. You'll be hearing that in our next home game on Saturday, weather permitting.
Yeah, that'll be against the Newark Pilots, who are, last I knew, were in last place in the West. But here's the next pitch by Usen, and that was dangerously close to the check swing. But we'll see what the call is, and it's a ball. Johnson was dangerously close to going across the half heart of the plate.
Johnson hails from Halesville, Texas. He went to Western Kentucky University. I think he's in the transfer portal at this point. He bats .316 with 19 at-bats. He's got 2 doubles on the season. He has a chance to tie this game up right now. The Skunks are down by 1 run, but they have runners at the corners with no outs in the bottom of the first inning. 1-0 the score.
I wonder, though, in the next 2-3 pitches, that they maybe try to get Gagnon to take off to eliminate the possible double play. Because he's got a good lead off of the bag, and he slid back in safely on the pickoff. Oh, and it was corrected, so count is 0-1, and it was determined that he did go around. But as the count's even at 1-1, from what I've seen with Johnson, he's very patient at the plate. He leads the team in free passes. Last I knew, he was walked 8 times.
Yeah, still at 8, only 4 strikeouts.
I wonder if he wears that 19 to honor Patrick O'Shaughnessy, as he was the same exact way as he swung and missed on that pitch for strike 2. So again, runners at the corners, Grady me at third and Gagnon at first. You can get that run any way you can. As long as you get me home, that's the job. And Johnson fouls it off, so he'll get to see another pitch.
Rodriguez here is throwing quite a few pitches so far in the bottom of the first inning. I don't think we're going to see either pitcher go the distance like we did last game.
Gagnon, he nearly has a suicide lead off of the bag. But here comes the 1-2, and that's fouled off again.
Another duel going on here. Johnson keeping Rodriguez working, trying to deliver that pitch here.
And I think you looked at the card wrong because they usually squeeze the 10 batters in, then they put the pitcher at the very bottom. Rodriguez is the 10th batter as the shortstop.
Oh, my apologies.
That's all right. Just wanted to let you know that. As the next pitch, he's caught looking, strike 3. Johnson doesn't like the call, but from my view, it hit the inside corner. So Johnson gets nailed with the backwards K, but it's not the end of the world. It's just 1 out, and Matt Thompson has a chance to get the runner from third home.
Coach Bazil here having a word with the umpire about the strike that was called with him looking. Coach Bazil obviously doesn't feel that that was in the strike zone, but you're not going to change the umpire's mind at this point. I think he's just asking him for some consistency here, and if you're going to call, those types of pitches strikes for us, make sure you do it for them as well.
All both ways.
It's got to go both ways, and I think that's all Coach Bazil is reminding the umpire about.
Personally, from what I saw at that pitch, I thought it was the right call. It did hit the inside corner from my view of it, but That's just my opinion. But Matt Thompson, the third baseman, is up, and here's Usen's next pitch. It's in the dirt, ball one. Good block, though, there by Mortellaro. So, again, runners at the corners with just one out, and Me's on third, Gagnon on first. Me got a base hit and stole a pair of bases, and Gagnon got the free pass.
Thompson with 4 RBI on this thing. This is a nonchalant throw over there to first base. I'm not sure what that was all about. Thompson batting .294 on the season with 17 plate appearances. He's scored 3 runs, has 5 hits, and 4 RBI. He's got a runner 90 feet away from home plate. Even driving it to the outfield in a sacrifice fly situation will let the Skunks score and tie this game up.
Next pitch is fouled. It evens the count at ones. And I think a fan may have caught that from the reaction that we're hearing.
He was sitting up at the top of the bleachers, and he kind of ate it, if you know what I mean. It kind of landed in his belly, and he just had his hands there to catch it. So not a clean catch, but a catch all the same. It didn't hit the ground, and that's really all that matters. Back to the action on the field here. Here comes the 1-1 delivery.
That's going to be a grounder, and it'll go through in the right, a base hit. Me will score, and we're tied up here at 1. So Thompson with an RBI single. Second hit of the inning for Jamestown, and Skunks respond with a run of their own.
Yeah, Grady Me scoring, the leadoff hitter. Gagnon is now on second base. Thompson on first base. And we have just one out. Luke Fuller, the right fielder, now stepping up to the plate. Fuller is batting just 83 on the season, just one hit with 12 plate appearances. He can turn it around right here.
Next pitch hits the outside corner, called strike one. Yeah, we've seen it a lot over the 2 years and change. There'll be a lot of the starters where their batting average is around the Mendoza line, but their defensive play is so good, they keep them out there. We've seen it from a few players over the time that we've had the opportunity to do games together.
Well, and keep in mind, this is the summer league where players are working on sharpening their skills, and sometimes those skills that need sharpening are batting. So you're not necessarily going to see stellar hitters from top to bottom. You know, it's not murderer's row by any means, and that's somewhat by design.
Usen's next pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3, so second strikeout of the game for Usen. And now it's going to be Aiden Wallace, the DH.
Coming to the plate for your Jamestown Tarp Skunks, the designated hitter from the University of Tampa, number 9, Aiden Wallace.
So Wallace looking to extend the inning here. A solid base hit can get home Gagnon. He's at second. Next pitch on the way by Usen, and that one skipped on Mortellaro. Both runners will take a free 90 feet, so now 2 runners in scoring position. Had it not taken that funky bounce off of Mortellaro's knee or shin guard, they probably would have stayed put, but it was able to travel a little bit halfway to the backstop. So runners on second and third here, count 1-0 with 2 outs. Usen looking to keep it a tie. Here's the next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1.
Looking at Wallace's numbers here, he has only had 7 at-bats on the season and is without a hit here. So he's looking to get his first hit of the year for the Skunks, unless he got a hit last game, because I don't have that on my stat sheet, because these are from as of this morning. But I don't think he played last game either.
Usen's next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2.
If you're just joining us, it's a doubleheader here, and the Skunks won Game 1 of the doubleheader by a score of 9-2. That keeps them in contention, close to second place here against the Niagara Power. Of course, Elmira Pioneers are in first place in the Western Division. Jamestown's in third, and Niagara is in between.
1-2 pitch by Usen is fouled off. But the thing that Jamestown's doing that is a positive here is with these amount of foul balls they're hitting in this inning, it's making Usen's count go higher than I'm sure he would like it to be.
Yeah, I don't keep track of pitches. It's tough to keep up with all of that, but my guess is he's got to be well over 25 at this point.
I was thinking, 25, maybe 30. But 1-2 pitch once again. And another foul ball. It goes over the top of the lights and beyond the right field bleachers. And if you heard the shattered glass, no, it was not somebody's car. It was just a sound effect.
Thanks for letting our listeners know. I'm sure they were overly concerned about a vehicle being damaged here at the old Dietrich Park in Jamestown, New York.
Yeah, one of the crown jewels of Jamestown, as Hughes in with another 1-2. That one upstairs and outside, evens the count.
Yeah, this ballpark really is phenomenal. You know, I don't want to sound like a homer growing up around here and being very familiar coming down here to see Expos play, and of course the Jammers and the Jayhawks and Babe Ruth World Series, on and on you could go. And you're never disappointed by the quality of the field when you come to Jamestown, that's for sure.
Oh no, the grounds crew, they always do a great job making the field look great. As another pitch upstairs makes the count full. If Wallace gets walked, the other Aiden of the Aiden squared, Aiden Dunlap, is due up. He is on deck in case Wallace either gets a hit or gets walked.
Well, it's 3-2 right now, so runners are going to be going with 2 outs.
And swing and a miss, strike 3. So Usen able to just keep it as a tie. So 3 strikeouts in the inning for Ronaldo Usen. And we are tied up here at 1. Stick around though for the second inning coming up right here on WRFA.
We'll have more live Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball in just a moment, but right now it's time to meet one of the Tarp Skunks right here on WRFA. I'm from New York, and I'm a left-handed pitcher. I'm from Schwenksville, Pennsylvania, about 45 minutes north of
This your water or mine?
And I play for Barton College. I'm trying to major in communications and a minor in business, small business, and I plan to become a talker, go to broadcasting after college, doing some announcing at MLB stadiums. My favorite professional baseball team is the Philadelphia Phillies, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper. I played 3 sports, baseball, football, and basketball in high school, and then I was just stuck with baseball.
What do you like to do when you're not playing baseball?
Usually just hanging out with my roommates that I met here in Jamestown, and love to fish, love to get out in nature. Favorite baseball memory is probably pitching against Division III Walter State in Virginia, and going 6 innings in a 7 game, and being able to do 6 innings and shut them out for all 6 of those.
What do you like best about playing for the Skunks?
I love the atmosphere that they're bringing in here in Jamestown. All the guys that I've met here are awesome. The coaches are really wanting us to win and wanting us to produce out on the field, so I'm going to be putting my best effort forward for this team this coming summer.
You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRFA-LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Now in the batter's box for the Batavia Muckdogs.
Top of the second about to start here as we are deadlocked at 1 apiece, and it's going to be the 7 through 9 hitters due up in Lopez, DeStefano, and Mortellaro. Lucas Lopez, he did not play in Game 1, but he's getting some action here in Game 2 of this doubleheader, as Chaffee's next pitch is outside for a ball.
Lopez is batting .286 on the season, Norm. He's got 28 at-bats. He's scored 4 runs, has 8 hits, including 1 double. He's struck out only once and has been walked 5 times. Not an easy strikeout considering he's been at bat almost 30 times now and has only been K'd once. He's got the eye.
And the last pitch was outside, making the count 2-0. Next one outside again, 3-0.
Yeah, Chafee quickly behind here, and I can't imagine Lopez will be swinging at this one.
Yeah, from what I've learned, 3-0's the red light, 3-1's the green light. And that's upstairs, so a 4-pitch walk for Lucas Lopez in second straight inning for Batavia that they get a leadoff man on base.
Yeah, that's the 4th time this ball game batter for Batavia has been given first base. First one was hit by a pitch, and there's been 3 walks as well scattered over these first 2 innings. Chafee needs to settle in just a little bit. Let's see what he does.
Swing and a miss there, strike 1 on Matt DeStefano playing in left.
That was a really nice pitch, too, just right down the middle fastball. Sometimes that's all you got to do. You don't want to overthink it. Let the batter try to make something happen.
Don't think, just throw. As the next pitch was outside for a ball,
That was
the count.
very tightly outside. I think it almost scraped the edge of the plate.
1-1 on the way. Swung on and missed, but deflects off Mortalaro's shin guard. He'll throw for second. And a nice catch there by Grady Mee, because that doesn't happen. That could possibly go in the center, but
yeah,
no, that was Dunlap that made that catch. I beg your pardon. A nice catch by him, but Grady Mee was right there in case if it would have been over his head.
Yeah, right where he needed to be for the backup. In the meantime, a runner now in scoring position with Lopez stealing second.
This one is going into shallow right, but Fuller under it. He'll make the catch, and Lopez will stay put.
So fly out to right field puts one away here for the Batavia Muckdogs, and now Bryce Mortallaro, the catcher, number 44, stepping up to the plate. He's a righty. It'll be lefty versus righty here in this situation. And a runner on second base. And a reminder, the score is 1-1 here in the top of the second inning of Game 2 of today's doubleheader.
Yeah, and after this, Jason, we get a 3-day break, and then they're back home against Newark, as the next pitch is outside for a ball.
3-day break. I think we got a game Saturday, right? We got a 2-day break. We got tomorrow and Friday off. Then we're back on Saturday.
Yeah. Well, I counted that one too. Well, there's still time, though, for that day to maybe get your...
Saturday is 3 days from today, so I
Yes,
guess
it
in
is.
that sense you're right.
Well, it gives you time to mow your lawn, maybe
I did that today.
sit in the patio, drink a sweet tea, or...
Did that today. Guess I'll find something else to do, Norm.
You can always listen to old broadcasts. That's something I do personally to improve my craft.
Nothing I would love more than to hear you call a baseball game when you're not calling a baseball game.
Oh, for sure. But the ones I like to listen to personally are the ones I've done with, mainly with Dan. He was a natural when he was in the program. And me mishandled the ball, so that will probably be ruled an E6. We'll just wait for the result.
Yeah, hard to say if he would have made the throw over in time to get the out anyway, so it's really a judgment call. I would score it a hit.
Yeah, that's what they did in the board.
Me was moving away from first base anyway. It would have been a very difficult throw had you have even fielded that cleanly. I don't even know if Ozzie Smith would have been able to make that out.
He probably would have done a backflip first. But we're up to the 10th batter now. It's Caleb Rodriguez, the shortstop.
So Mortallaro at first, Lopez at third, Rodriguez at bat, and just one out here in the top of the second inning.
Yeah, like you said earlier, even a sac fly could get the run home as long as you just drive them in.
This is the final batter of the order as well, the shortstop, Caleb Rodriguez. And we'll be back to the top of the lineup with Leadham leading off.
Next pitch, the chopper over to third field by Thompson. 5-4. Not quite, and a run will score there. So Lopez, he does score the go-ahead run, making it 2-1. So rule that a fielder's choice, but the run does come in, and Batavia retakes the lead 2-1. Already matching their run total from the first game.
So Rodriguez is at first with 2 outs here. Josh Leadham made it to base safely at the top of the ball game, getting hit by a pitch. Here we are in the top of the second, and he's back at it again.
And he'll foul it off for a strike, making it 0-1. And I'll say it again, don't let the batting average fool you, because we already saw that he is a trailblazer on the base paths.
Yeah, he stole 2 consecutive bases in the top of the ball game. That got him in scoring position, and he ended up scoring on a sacrifice.
Yeah, Josh Leadham, he's actually a familiar name. He wasn't a Muckdog last year, but he was with the Niagara Power. So you see quite a bit of him. Chopper over to third. Thompson fields it. Long throw to first, and it's wide. And Rodriguez is going to head to third. So that will definitely be tabbed as an E5. But Monroe able to chase the ball down.
Yeah, see what happened with Leadham. I was too busy watching Monroe chase the ball down, but I think there might have been a collision there on first base. Monroe going over there to talk to Leadham right now, and I don't know if it was Leadham trying to avoid running into Monroe that caused him to fall down. All the same, he's safe, obviously, and there wasn't really any interference, but it looked like he was trying to avoid a collision with the first baseman, and that's how he took a tumble over there at first. So runners at the corners now with 2 outs, and Calabro at the plate.
Yeah, his first at bat, Calabro did drive in the first run of the game. I wonder, though, if they're going to let Leadham try to go for steal number 3.
They scored that in E5, too, that
Yep.
throw over to first.
Yep, I got it marked in my book. These things are a lifesaver. Next pitch skips in the dirt, and Leadham will take advantage of Middleman just picking up the baseball, and he'll get his 3rd steal of the game.
Calabro, actually. No, you're right. That was Leadham. I apologize.
So already 3 steals for Josh Leadham, and making the most of every time he does get on base. Next pitch on the way by Chaffee. That one's hit the left. Johnson chasing under it, and it's out of here. A 3-run moonshot for Anthony Calabro. Give him 4 RBIs on the night, and talk about a statement right there, wanting to at least walk out with an even 1-1 each of the doubleheader. It makes it 5-1, and that one went just over the Resource Center sign, and that's the first home run at Dietrich Park this year.
Yeah, that's not easy to hit out of this ballpark, but Calabro made it look certainly easy. He nailed it over that logistics sign out there in left field. Plenty of hang time up there, and it just kept on carrying, Norm, and we saw the results. A 3-run dinger, and it's now 4-1. Muckdogs leading the Tarp Skunks. Well, the bases are cleared now, and we can now just focus on getting this final out. It's Akuri who walked back in the first inning.
Chaffee's next pitch is going to be fouled off for a strike, even in the count. But with the clear bases, though, it's a fresh start for Chaffee, and the main goal should just be get that 3rd out and walk out and stop the bleeding. But here comes Chaffee's next pitch on the 1-1. Chop foul to the backstop, strike 2.
See a lot of familiar faces out there. A great turnout tonight at Dietrich Park for the $2 night. It's Resource Center night as well. Our guests from the Resource Center here scattered throughout the stadium.
And that one that looked like it got him in the foot, but.
Well, he's not making a case for it, so it must have just hit in the dirt. I think if it hits in the dirt and then hits your foot, it doesn't count.
Well, the count's even here at 2. His next pitch on the way. It's going to be a grounder. Hot shot to third. Thompson gets a hold after a bobble, but it's not going to be in time. And another throw that was a missile there that Monroe couldn't get a clean hold of.
Well,
that should be an infield hit, and it is.
Well, they don't call it the hot corner for nothing there. I mean, over there on third base, we've seen Thompson take several direct shot line drives coming right at him there. And give him credit just for knocking the ball down there. And it's not an easy throw anyway all the way across the field. But when they come in that hot and you have a difficult time handling it, that typically is what happens. The runner gets favored in that one, and we saw it there with a base hit. Runner at first. Still 2 outs here. 5-1 the score.
Chaffee's next pitch on the way, and that one right down Broadway for a strike. And it's Agresti, the DH, up to bat, and like Arcuri in his first at-bat, got a free pass. So count here 0-1. Next pitch by Chaffee. Chop foul and hits the tarp. Strike 2. And while we're waiting, we're hearing that Jaws theme again, and I got to say it again. The Skunks need a bigger tarp. We need a bigger tarp. 0-2, runner goes. And that's a shot over in the left, and what a catch there by Braden Johnson. That's one of his specialties, and that catch, you might as well give him a throne, a crown, and a scepter. But Batavia put some serious damage on the board in the second inning, mainly Calabro's 3-run moonshot, making the score 5-1.
Yeah, 4 runs there in the second to go along with 1 run in the top of the first inning. We are entering the bottom of the second inning. Let's thank one of our sponsors for bringing you this broadcast. Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by the Chautauqua Institution. Chautauqua Institution is a community on the shores of Chautauqua Lake that comes alive each summer with a unique mix of fine and performing arts, including theater and musical entertainment, along with lectures, interfaith worship, and programs and recreational activities. The 2023 season features Natalie Merchant, Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, The Revivalist, Bands of Horses, Straight No Chaser, Snarky Puppy, Trombone Shorty, Mavis Staples, and many more. Chautauqua Institution. For more information, call 1-800-836-ARTS. That's 836-2787. Or visit discoverchq.org. Back to you, Norm.
Jason, as always, thank you very much. As Usen about to get another inning of work. But before we start that, we've hit the top of the hour, Skunks fans. And as always, throughout the last 2 years and change, you're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball on WRFALP 107.9 FM in Jamestown, New York. As the batter up is going to be Aiden Dunlap, the second baseman. It'll be he, Monroe, and Middleman that are due up. Haven't seen a boatload of Dunlap throughout the season. There's been a couple appearances where he has pinch run for some batters in the later innings, but he's got the speed to get from home to first real quick if he were to choose to lay one down to start the inning, hypothetically.
Dunlap batting .250 on the season with 16 at-bats. He's got 4 hits, including a double. And he's driven in 2 runs. He's been walked 5 times.
And the first pitch to him hit the outside corner for a strike. Usen's next delivery on the way. He went around, strike 2. And from Dunlap's reaction, I'm sure he wanted that one back. So count here 0-2 for Ronaldo Usen, shaking off a couple of signs from Mortellaro. Now he's got the one he wants. Here's the 0-2. That one inside, 1-2 count.
Good eye by Dunlap there.
Usen, I'm sure he's looking for his 4th strikeout. Should he get it, that'll be 3 straight batters he's nailed by a K. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 4 strikeouts already for Usen, and all 4 outs Jamestown has had have been by he himself. As now it will be Cooper Monroe, the first baseman.
Yeah, Cooper Monroe, a big, tall drink of water coming out there. He's only batting .158 on the season. He's had 19 plate appearances, just 3 hits. He has hit a double. He's also been struck out 7 times here. We'll see what he can do this time. He stands about, what, 6'7", 6'8"?
6'10". Next pitch inside for a ball. And, yeah, he's one of those guys that makes Aaron Judge feel short. But don't let the average fool you. I've seen him in some at-bats crack the baseball. It's just they haven't landed on the ground or gone out of the park yet. Next pitch hits the outside corner for a strike, evening the count at 1s.
They have him listed on the roster at 6'6", Norm. You're giving him 4 inches.
Oh, I was just going with what I was told before the start of the season.
Maybe they were just exaggerating a little bit. You know, these things happen. He's tall.
Yeah.
And I'm just south of 6 foot, so anything over 6'2" is tall to me.
Well, he's got 2 inches over me then. Here's the 1-2 pitch by Usen. Swing and a miss, strike 3, 4 consecutive strikeouts for Usen, and that's his 5th one already. He had 7 the first time he took on Jamestown here, and he's already nearing that mark, as now it's going to be Ryan Middleman, and I'm sure Usen's got that fork and knife and salivating, aching to strike out the side in order.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously he would love to see that, but he's pretty locked in right now. I don't know if he's really salivating at all. I think he's just in the zone and is just going to keep on doing what he does.
Well, I'm sure deep down, though, he's aching to strike out the side, as the count is 1-0 as the first pitch to Middleman hit the dirt. So count 1-0 here with 2 outs. Usen's next delivery is right down the heart of the plate, strike 1.
Middleman batting .231 on the season with 3 hits, including a double.
Next delivery by Usen, and that one called low for ball 2. I was just waiting for the umpire's call because sometimes it is a little delayed, so sometimes with him I'll wait an extra 2-3 seconds. But count here's 2-1 in favor of Middleman. And here's the next delivery by Usen. That one got a good lick of it, but it's going to go foul. Evens the count at 2-2.
Well, we have a quick break in action. I want to send our best wishes to Scotty James, who is the longtime manager, team manager for the Tarp Skunks, as well as the old Jamestown Jammers. A lot of folks at the ballpark know Scotty. He's going to be getting an operation this evening, and we wanted to send him best wishes. hopefully he's out there listening and hang in there, Scotty. We're all pulling for you.
Yeah, we love you, Scotty. Known you a long time, pretty much since I moved to this area about 10 years ago. Between JCC, Jayhawk Sports, to Jammers, to Skunks. He gets it done when he gets the jobs assigned to him. But the next pitch is low for a ball, making the count full. And should Middleman get on base by the walk, Connor Bendeck, the extra hitter, is on deck.
Well, you want to end this strikeout streak again by using here. Let's see what happens.
That does end it at least, as it goes over to short, throw to first in time for the third out. So the strikeout streak does end, but they still go 1, 2, 3 anyway. Score still 5-1 with 2 innings complete. Third inning coming up after this right here on WRFA.
We'll have more live Jamestown Tarp Skunk baseball in just a moment, but right now it's time to meet one of the Tarp Skunks right here on WRFA.
My name's Andrew Ayers, and I'm a left-handed pitcher. From Buffalo, New York, and I play for St. Bonaventure. I'm a physical education major, and I plan on being a PE teacher after college. I love the Yankees, and Derek Jeter's my favorite player.
Did you or do you currently play any other sports?
I played volleyball in high school. That was really about it.
What do you like to do when you're not playing baseball?
I just like hanging out with my boys and just fish every once in a while. That's about it.
What's your favorite baseball memory?
Throwing a no-hitter last year in high school. That was pretty fun.
What do you like best about playing for the Jamestown Tarp Skunks?
The fans are amazing. I mean, I can already see already. I haven't played yet, but there's a lot of people back in the stands. It's going to be fun.
Will the Bills win the Super Bowl this year?
Absolutely.
Jamestown Tarp Skunk baseball right here on WRFA-LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
So top of the third about to start here with Batavia up 5-1 over Jamestown. As we were about to start the inning, it appears that Frank Viella is going to start, or it looked like he was about to start warming up in the bullpen, but he's coming back out into the dugout. But last warm-up pitch thrown, and the order is going to be 5 through 7, Acelta, Daniels, and Lopez.
Well, Evan Chafee's been kind of bounced around out there. He's given up a few walks. Of course, he gave up a home run. 3 hits so far. One of them being a home run and obviously 5 runs. The score 5-1 here. Top of the third inning, game 2 of today's doubleheader against the Muckdogs.
Next pitch by Chaffee is at the heart of the plate, strike 1. So 2 pitchers are about to be going in the bullpen. So Viella is going to be in there after all. And Andrew Ayers is also warming up. And that one right back to Chaffee. And he'll throw it over to Monroe for an easy out, number 1.
Yeah, so a ground out to the pitcher, a 1-3 ground out there. Quickly gets an out on the board. That's good news for Chaffee, who kind of got off to a rough start the first 2 innings, but he got the first out here in the top of the third. It's Henry Daniels now who struck out looking at the plate, lefty versus lefty.
Next pitch is called a strike at the heart of the plate. So count here 0-1, and Daniels so far 0 for 1 looking for his first hit of the game, and they got a shade of some skunk aura here, because right now what Jamestown's really known for, more runs than hits. 5 runs on just 3 hits, as a swing and a miss there for strike 2. Chaffee looking for his first strikeout of the game. Here's the next pitch. And that's going to, oh, Chaffee can't quite make the catch. And it's going to be an infield single. Good hustle there by Daniels to get the first base. And Chaffee was nearly close to making that catch, but it hit off the top of his glove.
Well, now Lucas Lopez is at the plate. He scored a run back in the second inning after reaching base on a walk. He also stole a base there in that sequence. He scored the first of 4 runs in the second inning.
This one is going to go fouled into the bleachers and right for a strike. Batavia looking to end this doubleheader with a 1 game each, but Jamestown, it's only the 3rd inning, too early to panic. 4 runs is not a huge deficit by any means whatsoever, as the next pitch was fouled off, making the count 0-2.
Yeah, that careened off of the tarp, and one of the players for the Jammers making a long run over there. In the meantime, back to the action on the field here. Chafee.
That one in the dirt, but a nice catch there by Middleman, but he's still ahead in the count 1-2. Daniels the runner on first. Here's the 1-2. And another foul ball going beyond the bleachers and hits off the top of them. So again, a case of the batter making the pitcher work for an out. Another 1-2 coming up for Chafee. And it's in the dirt. Count goes even. Two-two delivery, and that one's going in the center, but Gagnon under it, and he'll make the catch for the second out.
So a fly out to center field puts 2 away here, and Matt DeStefano is stepping up to the plate for his second time. He flew out to right field his first time at the plate, shallow right.
I think a shutout inning here for Chafee will definitely boost the confidence. He's got 2 outs with just a runner on first as the next pitch is fouled off for strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch by Chafee is outside for a ball, evens the count. One pitch, and it's fouled off to the backstop, strike 2.
Chafee just 1 strikeout so far here in this ball game. He has a chance to get his second here with the 1-2 count against DeStefano.
And this one is going to center. Gagnon under it, but he can't make it.
No, that was just a short little hit in the shallow center field. No way Gagnon could have ran up and caught that in time, so that will be credited as a base hit. You got runners at first and second now. Daniels at second, DeStefano at first, and Bryce Mortellaro, the catcher, now stepping up. He got a base hit back in the second inning.
So runners on first and second, but Chafee does have the 2 outs in his favor. Here's the next pitch on the way, outside, ball 1. One-0 pitch and in the dirt, but a nice catch there by Middleman. Count goes 2-0. Chaffee's got the pitch he wants, gets set at the rubber, and here comes the 2-0. Checking Daniels at second. Outside and upstairs, ball 3. And if Mortellaro gets walked, Rodriguez is on deck and would be up next.
Yeah, and he's the bottom of the order, so here we are in the 3rd inning, and we have just about gone through the 10-man batting order for the Muckdogs twice already.
Next pitch is outside corner, strike 1. It seemed like he was getting prepared to take the free pass. Again, it took a minute to see if it was going to be a strike or a ball. But he's able to keep this at-bat alive, and that one's going to drop into right for a base hit, and Daniels getting sent home. Here comes a throw to the plate, but it's not in time. So another run on the board for Batavia extends their lead to 5 runs, 6-1, and Mortellaro gets it done with 2 outs, adds another run on the board, extends their lead, and now to be Rodriguez. He got on a fielder's choice in his first appearance.
Yeah, we've seen 3 hits so far this inning, 6 hits total to go along with 6 runs by the Batavia Muckdogs, who are just chewing up Chafee right now here in this second game of our doubleheader. Chafee just trying to get out of this one with no more damage being done.
Next pitch is outside for a ball, and indeed now there is officially a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for Jamestown. So I do wonder if this is the third out, if this will be Chafee's last inning.
Or if he loads the bases.
That too. Next pitch outside, 2-0. There hasn't been a conference on the mound in this inning yet by pitching coach Barry Powell.
I can't see the number because the light tower is in my way between obstructing my view to the bullpen.
Next one's foul into the Muckdog bullpen, and one of the pitchers in there made the catch for a strike. I'll say this again, though. I've said this in prior broadcasts before. I am not a fan of the tail being exactly on the back of the jersey because sometimes it is hard to see the numbers.
I think you've said that every broadcast, Norm.
Well, it's just my thought. Next pitch is outside for a ball 3, making it 3-1.
And the catcher quickly throws it over the first base to try to get Martellero, but no go there. So back to the action here. 2-1 the count with 2 outs. Evan Chafee with the pitch right up the middle.
Oh, that got mishandled there by Dunlap, and another runner getting sent home, and that's Mortellaro, and he's safe. Or no, it's De Stefano, excuse me. So it makes it 7-1, and their run and hit total is now even. It has been for a little bit now. It's a 7-7, 7 runs and 7 hits. And we're back to the top of the order with Josh Leadham. He's gotten on base 2 different ways. He's been hit by a pitch, he got on by an error, and he made the most of it because he has swiped 3 bases.
Yeah, Coach Powell talking with Coach Bazile down there in the dugout, but so far he's not ready to come out to the mound yet to talk with Evan Chafee. Chafee needs just one more out here to get out of this inning, but it's almost as bad as it was last inning. Gave up four runs last inning. Gave up more hits this inning, but not as many runs so far. 7-1 the score here.
Yeah, last pitch was in the dirt for a ball, so it counts even here at 1-1. Again, the goal's just got to be get that third out and avoid any further issues. This one's hit to shallow center, but Gagnon chasing under it. Went a little deeper than expected, but he does make the catch and puts the inning to an end. However, Batavia does put 2 more runs to their lead and scores 7-1 as we'll have the bottom of the third inning momentarily.
All right, well, let's thank another one of our sponsors, shall we? Support for WRFA's coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by Schultz Auto Group. Schultz Auto Group, celebrating over 50 years serving automotive needs of the greater Jamestown community with an excellent customer buying and ownership experience. All repair facilities have experienced and factory-trained technicians with state-of-the-art equipment for all automotive needs, no matter what engine type, gas, diesel, or electric. Schultz Auto Group, a proud supporter of Tarp Skunk Baseball on WRFA. For more information, call them at 1-866-931-2998 or visit schultzauto.com. Norm?
So score 7-1 as Usen will prepare for another inning of work. And just like his last start here in Jamestown, Usen, he is getting it done on the mound for Batavia. So far, he's got 5 strikeouts, and he even had a run of striking out 5 of the last 7 that he has faced. And he's only allowed 2 hits.
Yeah, our engineer back at the studio, Gavin Paternitti, has been paying attention to the games. He called him the Skunk Slayer.
I like that. I know it's against the Skunks, but I like that. You know, you got to give credit where credit's due.
He's 5 strikeouts in 2 innings so far. Kind of tells the story of this guy.
Yeah,
he has the Skunks number so far in the early stages, anyway. Usen. So who is Ronaldo Usen, you may ask? Well, he comes from Haines City, Florida. He stands 6'3", and he's a junior at Georgia Southwestern State. He bats left. If you ever see him bat, he might be a Cecil Fielder out there for all we know. And he also throws left. And he wears the 00 on his back.
Honestly, with his stockiness, I would say more like his son Prince. Because Cecil Fielder was a little bit on the thinner side, though he too was stocky.
Yeah, he was hefty, Norm. I don't know if you remember watching Cecil Fielder. I know he's a little bit before your time, but he was a big boy too. Him and Prince both. I always thought Prince was a smaller version of Cecil Fielder.
Well, Well, he had the size, but he was also shorter too. He was only 5'10", 5'11". I think his dad was like 6'4".
Yeah, he was a big man and a great hitter, great home run hitter.
Well, the first pitch to Bendeck hit the outside corner for a strike, even though that bunt attempt was aborted there by Bendeck. Batters due up are 10-1-2, he, me, and Gagnon. That could be a good name for a novel, as the next pitch is on the way and right down the middle for strike 2.
Yeah, we've already seen Batavia go around the batting order twice, and this is the final batter of Jamestown batting order the first time around here in the bottom of the third inning.
0-2 on the way for Uzin, and outside, ball 1.
Just an absolutely perfect night for baseball at the ballpark, Norm. I just can't get over what a pleasure it is to be here on the first day of summer.
Yeah, the summer solstice, and the way the temperature is with the light breeze, you wouldn't want it any other way. As it is an even count now at 2-2 for number 2, Connor Bendeck. Uzin's got the pitch he wants, and here comes the windup. Some off speed there, but it's outside. Count goes full. And Uzin already has issued 1 walk, but that's nothing compared to the 5 strikeouts that he has. Here's the payoff by Uzin. That's in the dirt, ball 4. So that's what the doctor ordered here for Jamestown. Oh, I beg your pardon, it's a full count. So the board must have been incorrect.
Yeah, that would have been Uzin's second walk of the game had it have counted. We'll see what happens here.
And this one is going to get caught there at short by Rodriguez for the first out.
Yeah, nice hard hit there, but it lined right out to the shortstop. And that's 1 away here, and we have officially made it through the Tarp Skunk order. We're back to the top, and it's number 38, Grady Mee, the shortstop. He reached base on a base hit. It started promising enough, the bottom of the first inning. And Jamestown even scored a run because of Grady Mee, but that's the only run that's been scored so far. 7-1 the score here in the bottom of the third inning. It's been all Batavia Muckdogs with the exception of that 1 run scored by Grady Mee in the first inning.
And he puts a shot in the center for a base hit, his second hit of the game. And I was about to say, if he can get on base, he could be a good rally starter here for Jamestown. It's only the bottom of the third, and again, because it's a doubleheader, it's going to be a 7-inning game here. And now it's going to be Kieran Gagnon, who got walked and was left stranded with Gilligan and the skipper at second base.
Well, nothing against the other batters for Jamestown, but I think they might want to clone Grady Mee to square off against Uzin because he's had success so far, 2 for 2 on the night, 2 base hits, scoring a run as well. We'll see what he does here. Will he try to steal second early on or try to toy with Uzin a little bit before he advances?
Well, next pitch is outside for a ball, and honestly, I'd say why not let him take off? You're down 6 runs. You got to build up a rally, and aggressiveness is mandatory to be able to do that.
And we know Coach Bazil likes to be aggressive anyway with the stealing of bases.
Early in the season, they were averaging about 5 steals a game as the next pitch hit the outside corner for strike 2. I wonder if Gagnon's looking for that right pitch to hit to the CN tower. As there's a pickoff play, but back it safely is me.
That was the most nonchalant pickoff play I think I've seen.
Yeah, Uzin has a very casual pickoff move. I've also seen some that are lightning quick. Here's the 0-2. Inside, ball 1.
He throws fast, doesn't he?
Yeah, he's got some smoke. I think in the next year or so, if Uzin can keep pitching like this, I wouldn't be surprised if he gets a couple of offers like in the minors. He's got that potential from what I've seen, as the next pitch is outside for an even count, 2-2. Mee's got a decent lead off of the back. Here's the next pitch. And that one called a ball. Count goes full.
Good eye in there by Kieran Gagnon from Toronto, Ontario. The center fielder.
Full count here with 1 out. Here's the payoff, and that is in the dirt. Ball 4. So 2 on with 1 out here. This is the best opportunity Jamestown has had since the first inning, and it'll be Braden Johnson coming up the bat. But first, a quick conference on the mound.
Basically a repeat of the first frame for Jamestown when Grady Mee reached base on a hit, and then Kieran Gagnon was walked, and we see that here in the third inning. Mee reaching base on a hit, and Gagnon being walked. So we got runners at first and second with no outs. We saw this happen before, though, and Usen settled in that first inning after getting the first 2 batters on base. He struck out Brady Johnson before Matt Thompson was put out on a fielder's choice, I believe. There was also a strikeout against Luke Fuller and a strikeout against Aiden Wallace.
Yeah, and Thompson's responsible for the only run driven in so far for Jamestown, but Johnson has a chance to trim the deficit down. A good base hit can get me home. He's already got 2 steals, and we know that he does have wheels. So Johnson will look for his first hit of the game. Here's the next pitch by Usen, and that one hits off the shin guard, and both runners advance 90 feet, so that eliminates the double play possibility.
Yeah, really promising here for Jamestown. So that meeting on the mound didn't really do anything to help Usen settle down here. A little bit of a wild pitch there, got away from the catcher. And now Jamestown has 2 runners in scoring position. They're down by 6 runs here in the bottom of the third inning. 7-1 is the score. If you're just tuning in here on WRFA, I know that the Tarp Skunks YouTube channel now provides the score, which has been very beneficial to viewers.
And swing and a miss, evens the count at 1s.
Can we just give a tip of the hat to Ed Tomasini and his crew over there? They're all volunteers. They do the video work for the Tarp Skunks for all the home games, and they carry our broadcast feed here on the radio station. But we're radio guys, right? So we don't typically do much with video or TV, but Ed provides the video feed. That's a fouled out of play over on the left side over there. Ed provides all the video, and he's got a great crew of volunteers, high school students to everyday community members, even Randy Anderson getting in on the act. And they've really done a great job with providing that visual. I mean,
oh, yes.
People love to watch baseball. I've always liked listening to it on the radio, but it's obviously you get a lot more out of it when you get to watch it.
Yeah, there's another foul ball out of play, so count will stay 1-2. And
oh, we almost hit the birthday boy.
Oh,
Robert Cross from 3C's Catering was pushing a wagon of a grill, and the ball landed about maybe 2 feet away from him.
Ooh.
And he wasn't even looking.
Thankfully, he didn't get hit.
Talk about a birthday gift that you don't want.
1-2 again. Caught looking again, strike 3.
Yeah, so Johnson goes down looking for the second time. This is a repeat of that first frame, Norm.
Yes, it is. And it was at around the same location of the pitch, too. So that's now 6 strikeouts for Ronaldo Usen. But Matt Thompson, again, he drove it into RBI in his first at-bat, and with a base hit, maybe he can add 2 more RBIs to his tab.
Yeah, Jamestown really needs to get at least a couple of runs here to try to bite in to that Muckdog lead. 6-run deficit right now for the Tarp Skunks in this game number 2 of the doubleheader.
Next pitch on the way, that's low, ball 1. Yeah, this actually, from what I know for sure, 1 of 2 doubleheaders we'll be having this season. I talked to Con about in the last broadcast. The next one's not for another month, but
yeah, they actually scheduled the doubleheader. You know, sometimes we'll see
because
doubleheaders.
Auburn's
This doubleheader is a makeup game because of, I think it was either the rain or the smoke that prevented it from taking place. I think it was the smoke out.
oh yeah, the air quality. That's going to go into right field, base hit.
There's one.
And the other runner's getting waved home. Here's a throw to the plate, and he's out.
Nice job by the catcher there, but 1 run did score.
Yep.
Give Gagnon effort for trying to get to home, but he didn't quite make it. Mee did score, and so after 3 complete innings of play, it is Batavia 7, Tarp Skunks 2. We'll have more baseball in just a moment right here on WRFA.
The Jamestown Tarp Skunks will return to the airwaves on WRFA. for a third straight season in 2023.
Hey, give that right fielder, whoever it was. Yeah.
107.9 FM, as well as streaming.
Yeah, we got to make sure we give Leadham a shout-out for that nice throw. That was right on the money.
The Tarp Skunks will provide the
Sure, he was in shallow, right, but
on
still.
their YouTube channel video stream. Our 2023 coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is made possible through funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Chautauqua Institution, and Schultz Auto Group. For a complete broadcast schedule, visit the Tarp Skunks page on the WRSA website or check out our event schedule on Facebook. You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunk Baseball right here on WRSA-LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Who do we got throwing?
So top of the fourth inning about to start here, and Jamestown, they did carve into the deficit a tad. Matt Thompson with his second RBI. It could have possibly been 3, but a good throw by Leadham. Nailed Gagnon at the plate, but right now it's going to be Evan Berta pitching for the Skunks and in relief for Chaffee. And from what I saw, Chaffee was doing the best he could, but I think it was maybe a mix of trying too hard, and some of his pitches were in the vicinity of the zone, but they were just slightly missing the mark.
Yeah, just not his night tonight. Hopefully he can regroup and come back the next start and make something happen. In the meantime, Evan Berta comes from Yorktown Heights, New York. He goes to Fairfield University. He's a junior. He comes in relief, and that's typically what he does here. He's had 7.2 relief innings, has only given up 4 hits and just 1 run. His ERA is 1.17. So he's a kid that can get it done. He's also a southpaw, just like his predecessor, Evan Chaffee. Let's see if Berta can stifle these bats of the Muckdogs and give Jamestown a chance to cut back into this 5-run deficit.
So far in every inning, Batavia scored at least 1 run, and in every inning there's been at least 6 batters. The first inning, 6 batters went up. Then in the second inning, 8 went up, and then in the third, there was 6. So they'll look to get it under, I would say under 5 would be a good start. But it's going to be Calabro up the bat, and his last one, he hit a 3-run homer. The first homer in Dietrich this season, as Berta's first pitch of the evening is outside for a ball.
Yeah, Calabro really grabbed a hold of that pitch. He's from St. John's, Florida, goes to the University of West Georgia. He's a senior, and he's got a lot of power. We saw with that ball just kept on carrying right out of the field, and a 3-run home run back in the second there.
Here's the 2-0 by Berta, and that one's a popper. Doesn't have quite the distance this time, Mr. Rexman, as Grady Mee makes an easy catch for the first out.
Yeah, a fly out in shallow left field there, puts 1 away, and now Giuseppe Arcuri is at the plate. He's the third baseman, number 88. He walked in the first inning and got a base hit in the second inning, so he's reached base both times. He's made a plate appearance.
Berta's next pitch on the way is fouled off, strike 1. Seems not long ago at around this hour, it'd be pitch black.
And the umpire's coming out to have a word with Berta here.
Probably needs a new baseball. So count here 0-1.
Kind of taking our time here. Now I think we're about ready to resume play.
Yeah, Berta shaking off a couple from Middleman. That's 3 now. Now he's got the pitch he wants. Here's the 0-1. And that's a chopper. It is in play. And Berta's going to scurry to first base for the second out. So call that a ground out to the pitcher.
Yeah, nice job there by Berta. Some good hustle there, beating Akura to first base. And that's quickly 2 away here. So Evan Berta having more success than Evan Chaffee. We've seen 2 Evans on the mound tonight for the Skunks. Both of them left-handed. What are the odds that somebody named Evan would be pitching after somebody else named Evan, and both of them would be left-handed, Norm.
Right, and in their batting order, they got one Aiden and then another Aiden. So some uniqueness in the doubleheader here for Game 2 as the next pitch right down Broadway for a strike. And if he can get Agresti out, it'll be the first 1, 2, 3 inning of the game for Jamestown, and I think that could inspire even a bigger inning for Jamestown in the bottom of the fourth as he swings and misses for strike 2.
Well, it's a short game. We've only got 7 innings, so you got to make it work. But, I mean, if you can capture your momentum here, a quick 1, 2, 3 inning against your opponent and then coming back and scoring a couple of runs really can help you grab that momentum and carry you midway through the game and then obviously toward the end as well. You just got to chip away at it, you know. That's a really nice hit. Will it drop?
Yep. I wasn't sure if Johnson was going to try and dive for that or not. Maybe show his shades of Superman there, but it's a base hit, but Berta does have 2 outs. And
yeah, with 2 outs, it pays not to be overly aggressive. Just keep it in front of you. Let the runner get to first and focus on getting this next batter who's going to be Adam Agresti, the designated hitter. He walked in the first inning, and he flew out in the second inning.
Oh, Agresti was actually the one that just hit the single.
I'm sorry. There's too many people with the last name of A on here. It's James Asalta. My apologies.
Yeah, there's times where it could be there's times I've misread it myself when it's all crowded with the names and all that, and some of them are similar. As the next one's in the dirt, evens the count 1-1.
Well, we got 3 consecutive batters who all have at least 3 syllables in their name, and they all looks the same when you take a quick glance at it. You got Curry, Agresti, and Asalta. And so they all start with A, and I apologize, Norm. I'm a little rusty here.
Next pitch is low and inside, making it 2-1.
I've been rusty since 1975.
Well, you got to polish it off sometime.
I guess so.
I'm not going to say I've been like that since 1995, but here's a 2-1. Inside again, ball 3, and Daniels is on deck and would be up next should Asalta get on base. He is ahead in the count, 3-1, the good old green light. As Berta gets the sign, here's the pitch. And that one is low, ball 4. So we're going to see another batter here, and it's going to be Henry Daniels, the first baseman.
Yeah, Henry Daniels struck out looking back in the first inning. He did get a base hit and scored a run in the third inning. And he's got a chance to drive in a run here and build on this 5-run lead the Muckdogs have over the Skunks. If you're just joining us, it's 7-2 here, top of the fourth inning of Game 2 of our doubleheader at Dietrich Park.
And this one's going to be chopped over to Monroe, and he will tag the bag for the out. And for the first time in this game, Batavia fails to get at least 1 run in the inning. So big plus there for Jamestown. And now they got a chance to start a bigger rally with the score still 7-2 as we'll have the bottom of the fourth in a moment.
Yeah, the first time we've seen the Skunks not allow a run against the Muckdogs in this second game, so that's always good. Let's thank one of our sponsors. Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunk baseball is brought to you in part by the Chautauqua County Industrial Development Agency. The Chautauqua County IDA is an economic development organization authorized and empowered by New York State to make Chautauqua County a better place to work, live, and visit. The IDA facilitates development by attracting new businesses. It also promotes the retention and expansion of existing businesses. And it offers business assistance in the form of tax abatements, low-interest loans, and bond financing, all of which enhance the opportunities for job creation and retention across Chautauqua County. The Chautauqua County IDA, a proud supporter of Jamestown Tarp Skunk baseball on WRFA. For more information, call 716-661-8900 or visit ccida.com. Back to you, Norm.
A bit of a delayed one there, but score 7-2 here, bottom of the fourth inning, and thankfully Sweet Caroline comes to an end.
Not so fast. They're still singing it down there.
As long as the song stopped, that's what mattered to me. I'm not a hater of it, but it's way overplayed.
What did Neil Diamond ever do to you?
I'm not denying that it's a good song. It's just he's got other good ones. As Fuller is up to bat, it's Fuller and the 2 Aidens that are due up in Walsh and Dunlap as the next pitch by Usen is outside for a ball.
Solitary Man is a good, solid Neil Diamond song. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, that, Holly Holy, Cracklin' Rose.
Anything
Coming to
but Sweet
America.
Caroline, right?
Even his Christmas music. Like, come on. As the last pitch was
And he's-
fouled off.
I'm not even sure. Well, I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
Here's the 1-1 by Uzin, and that's fouled off. Strike 2. Fuller struck out in his first at-bat, and he'll look to get on base to start the bottom of the 4th. So count here 1-2. Uzin looking for another strikeout. Here's the pitch. And another foul, so we'll get to see another one in the at-bat. Staying alive. And what's kind of funny is tomorrow, Jamestown's on the road against guess who? Batavia. So 3 games against them in a span of 2 days.
Oh, they get to know each other very well.
This one is again fouled off, and we'll go into the Batavia bullpen. An alliteration lesson. So count still 1-2 here for Fuller.
Got a young bat boy down there who's helping out, and he's wearing some Pittsburgh Pirates gear. It's always nice to see some Buckle fans out there, in spite of the long nightmare that is rooting for the Pirates.
They got off to a hot start, but it looks like they're becoming their usual selves as the 1-2 is a chopper over to short. Rodriguez fields it cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time for the first out. And what's funny is the first sporting event I actually ever went to when I was a kid was a Pirates game. It was in 2006. They were playing the LA Dodgers, and that was a season when I like to say the referees assisted Pittsburgh in beating Seattle in the Super Bowl that year. Willie Parker threw out the first pitch.
I think my first game was 1990, maybe 91, and they played the San Diego Padres down in Three Rivers.
I will say, though, PNC is absolutely beautiful as the next pitch hits the outside corner for a strike as Aiden Wallace, he's also looking to get on base. He was part of the 4 straight strikeouts by Uzin between the first and second innings. 0-1 on the way is outside, evens the count.
Saw WRFA founder Dennis Drew, who's also a founding member of 10,000 Maniacs earlier this week. Dennis tells me he's going down to see the Pirates play PNC this coming weekend. His first time going down to Pittsburgh to watch a game at PNC. He's looking forward to it for the same reason you said. It's just a beautiful ballpark to watch a game.
Next pitch was swung on a miss for a strike 1-2, and I'll also say, too, Acrisure, even though to me it'll always be Heinz Field, that's a beautiful spot, too. Went to a preseason game there last year. But 1-2 on the way is fouled off, and Wallace will get to see another one.
Yeah, they change these naming rights for stadiums so frequently now. I still call where the Bills play Rich Stadiums. I catch myself calling it that, or even the Ralph, and I think it's had 2 different changes since then.
Or even the more elderly fans would like to call it the Rock Pile.
No, that was the actual municipal.
Memorial.
Yeah, the War Memorial in the heart of the city of Buffalo. Now they're in the outskirts in Orchard Park, and that's where I've always known the Bills to play. And I think that stadium opened before I was born, but I'm not positive.
Well, counts 1-2 as Uzin shakes off one, but gets the next sign he wants. 1-2 pitch on the way. Outside, 2-2.
Wallace here looking to get on base. Get some life back into the Skunks here. Just 1 out. They had success finally on the other side.
2-2 on the way. That's fouled off.
They had success preventing any runs from being scored, but unless they can cut into this 5-run lead, it's going to be all for naught. I mean, Batavia has a good cushion going right now, and they've got a really good pitcher out there in Uzin, and he probably can go another inning or 2. His pitch count has got to be pretty high.
I would say around maybe 60 or 65.
But I don't see any action out in the bullpen yet.
Here's the 2-2, and that's going to go just foul. So we're seeing a lot of the deja vu here, foul ball after foul ball. And it's become so frequent, the umpire needed a fresh set for each little bag that's on his hip. Usually, from what I know, they usually put 3 balls on each side.
Well, they're definitely going through them.
Well, 2-2 count. Another pitch by Usen, and that one low. Count goes full.
Yeah, the catcher tried to get a little high, framing it as if it was a strike, but the umpire wasn't fooled. We've got a full count here.
Yeah, I was waiting for his call. That's why I held off for a moment.
Final countdown, 3, 2, 1. Cue the Europe music.
Here's the payoff. It's going to go foul, and the Muckdog bullpen.
So we'll do it again.
I think that's like 6 or 7 straight balls hit foul there by Aiden Wallace. So he's fighting. They're dueling, but they've already done the 10 paces. Usen looking to just get the out. Wallace wanting to get on base. Here's the payoff. Another foul ball. We might as well purchase a broken record and put it on a record player. Foul ball, foul ball, foul ball. So I would say maybe take 5 or 6 on this payoff pitch.
If we were paying you by the amount of words you use, Norm, I probably would record that and just replay it every time. Thankfully, we're not.
Well, this one's hit, but it's lined right to the second baseman for the second out.
Yeah, line out to second baseman, puts 2 away. We've got Aiden Dunlop now, number 43, the second baseman. He struck out to start the second inning. And again, Usen is just having his way with the Skunks batters here, not having much success doing anything. They did score a run last inning in the third, and they did score a run in the first, but not looking promising here in the fourth.
And that looked like a half-hard swing there, and I think that's another one Dunlap would have wished to have back, but it's just strike one. Usen's next pitch on the way, and that's upstairs, evens the count. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. Two-one delivery coming up by Usen, and that one's right down the pipe. Strike 2. Triple deuces, 2-2 count with 2 outs. Usen definitely at around 25 pitches, I would think, in this inning. As he's caught looking for strike 3. Usen's 7th strikeout matches the total he had last time here at Dietrich. So 4 innings up and 4 innings complete. Score still 7-2. 5th inning coming up in just a little bit. But after this, right here on WRFA.
The Jamestown Tarp Skunks will return to the airwaves on WRSA-LP for a 3rd straight season in 2023. All Tarp Skunks home games are being broadcast right here on 107.9 FM, as well as streaming worldwide on the station's website, WRSALP.com. In addition, the Tarp Skunks will provide the in-game broadcast for all home games on their YouTube channel, Video Stream. Our 2023 coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is made possible through funding from the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, Chautauqua Institution, and Schultz Auto Group. For a complete broadcast schedule, visit the Tarp Skunks page on the WRSA website or check out our event schedule on Facebook. You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks baseball right here on WRSA-LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Well, top of the 5th inning about to start here as Berta's going to get another inning of work here, and he did a solid job in the 4th. He threw a shutout inning, and the batters due up are going to be 7 through 9. Lopez, DeStefano, and Mortellaro are due up. Lopez will come up the bat looking for his first hit. He has walked and flown out, but he did score a run. He also has a stolen base, so when he got on with the walk, he made the most of it.
Now coming to the plate for the Batavia Muckdogs.
So,
Second baseman,
top of the 5th here, and
Lucas Lopez.
Batavia, they're up by 5, and even though they've given Usen massive run support, honestly, even if it was like 2 or 3 runs less, I think it wouldn't make much of a difference because Usen has been in lockdown mode for Batavia. As the next pitch by Berta hits the outside corner for strike 1 to start the top of the 5th. Berta gets a sign from Middleman. Here's the 0-1. It's going to be chop foul down the first base side for strike 2. So 0-2 count here as a quick timeout called by the home plate umpire. So Berta gets the sign again, count 0-2. Here's the pitch, outside, 1-2. Still the counts in favor of Berta here, 1-2 the count, and here's the pitch. Fouled off, count will stay the same. Lopez back in the dish, and Berta shaking off a couple of signs, but he's got the pitch he wants to throw, and that one's upstairs, and it evens the count at 2s. Again, Berta, he had a shutout 4th inning after coming in for starter Evan Chaffee. Here's the 2-2 delivery. It's going to be a chopper over to short. Me fields it cleanly. Throw to Monroe in time for the first out. So now it'll be DeStefano, who in his last at-bat not only singled, but also scored a run.
Yeah, DeStefano is 1 for 2 on the night. He did fly out in the 2nd inning to center field, but as you noted, he did get a base hit in the 3rd inning. So here we are in the 5th inning with 1 away. We'll see what he does.
Next pitch is outside for a ball, making it 1-0. Next pitch by Berta, outside again. Count goes 2-0. Next one on the way, outside again, ball 3. Those last 3 pitches around the same vicinity. Count 3-0 here. Here's the next pitch, and that's outside corner, I beg your pardon. Strike 1. That looked like it was going to be ball 4, but again, that delayed call. But he's able to keep it alive, and now it's outside for ball 4, and it'll be Mortellaro, who is 2 for 2 with an RBI.
Now in the batter's box for Batavia, the catcher, number 44, Bryce Mortellaro.
Yeah, Mortellaro's looking so far so good tonight, going 2 for 2. And Batavia's really been running bases aggressively tonight. We'll see if DeStefano tries to steal second.
Liner over the third, fielded cleanly. 5, 4, 3, double play. So the Skunks go around the horn to end the top of the 5th inning, and for Berta, back-to-back shutout innings since coming in for Chaffee. So score means 7-2 as we'll have the bottom of the 5th in just a moment. But again, Jason, my friend, I'm going to shift it over to you.
All right, Norm, let's thank another one of our sponsors. Support for WRFA's coverage of Jamestown Tarp Skunk baseball is brought to you in part by Chautauqua Institution. Chautauqua Institution is a community on the shores of Chautauqua Lake that comes alive each summer with a unique mix of fine and performing arts, including theater and musical entertainment, along with lectures, interfaith worship and programs, and recreational activities. The 2023 entertainment season at Chautauqua features Natalie Merchant, Diana Ross, Patti LaBelle, The Revivalists, Band of Horses, Straight No Chaser, Snarky Puppy, Trombone Shorty, Mavis Staples, and many more. Chautauqua Institution. For more information, call 1-800-836-2787 or visit discoverchq.org. Norm, I was talking to a friend of mine about Chautauqua Institution's entertainment schedule, and there's some acts schedule that we didn't announce on our read there because I think already sold out. Bonnie Raitt, a legend in
slide guitarist.
Yeah, in singer-songwriter music. Give them something to talk about. You remember that song? Let's give 'em...
or I'm Ready for a Thing Called Love.
Yeah, exactly.
Music video at Dennis Quaid.
I was like, oh, that's a good performer. I wouldn't mind going to see, and I found out that it was already sold out. So they're really doing things at Chautauqua Institution, bringing in some big names on Patty LaBelle, Diana Ross. Goodness.
Oh, man, honestly, whether solo or if it would have been with the Supremes, she'd be worth seeing, in my personal opinion. Got some songs with those funky bass lines that make you want to crank it up and dance alone in your living room, hopefully without nobody coming in going, what are you doing? I'm just enjoying the music, man. I'm not like being Tom Cruise on Risky Business with the pink shirt, but it's going to be Cooper Monroe coming up the bat. It'll be he, Middleman, and Bendeck that are due up, and let's see if Monroe can crack one. He wanted to show his Aaron Judge right there, but he swung and missed for strike one.
Yeah, Monroe struck out in the second inning, his only other time at the plate.
Next one is outside for a ball. Already, though, bottom of the fifth. This one's going by a lot quicker than game one did, but another swing and a miss there by Monroe for strike two. And again, the Skunks, they got quite a few guys that are not scared to swing the bat, and I like seeing that. As the next pitch is outside and the count goes even.
Usen has already struck out 7 Tarp Skunks.
Here's the 2-2, and that's number 8.
Yeah, through 4 innings. Now here in the 5th inning, it's number 8. Cooper Monroe going down for the second time this game, swinging. Ryan Middleman, the catcher, at the plate. He grounded out in the second inning. And we'll see what he does here against Usen. And I think we might see some action in the bullpen. I see a couple of players warming up at least, but nobody's really throwing thus far for the Batavia Muckdogs. And it's somewhat quiet over on the western side of the stadium as well. Quiet on the western front.
Honestly, though, the way Bird is pitched, I'd say keep him in. As Usen hacky sacked that over to second, and the throw's in time.
Wow.
Give Usen an assist on that one.
Do you credit that a 1-4-3 ground out?
I'm not too sure, but that was a nice play there by Usen.
I think he would need to handle it in order for it to be counted as a 1-4-3 ground out.
I'd
But that was
4-3.
nifty. He stuck his foot out there and kicked it over. He's laughing about it. The manager's coming over here, and I think the coach for Batavia is saying, "Great job, Usen, but don't hurt yourself out there." One of the most important things a pitcher has besides his arm is his footing.
Looks like it's going to be a pitching change.
So we do have somebody coming in. Usen with 8 strikeouts. Looks like they're going to walk him off. The umpire's coming over here to tell him to
Looks like
come in
number
here.
21.
It is number 21 pitcher on my roster. I'm searching. I'm scanning. I'm looking. I'm
Michael
looking.
Petraza.
I'm scanning. I'm searching. Michael Petraza. Is that what you said, Norm?
Yes. Yeah, and comparing him to Usen, significantly shorter and smaller, only 5'10", right-hander. He goes to Kentucky State, and he's a senior.
Well, Usen's line is 2 runs, I believe, both earned. 8 strikeouts and just 3 hits. I think he walked 2 batters. 2 walks as well. So really good numbers there for Ronaldo Usen. They're playing hit the road Jack, and I'm happy to say that as somebody who is obviously biased toward the Jamestown Tarp Skunks. Yeah, Ronaldo, hit the road, buddy. We don't want you out there anymore. Let's see what else the Muckdogs can throw our way, because he was solid against Jamestown tonight. No other way to put it.
Oh, yeah, his 2 starts here against Jamestown, 15 strikeouts. He had 7 in the first game. He had 8 tonight, and he had another highlight play because the first time he played here, there was a pop-up bunt. He actually dove and made the catch. And I think that was Max and I calling that game. We looked at each other like, what was that? We had a good laugh about it because it was a great play. And whether it's the Skunks or the opposing team, you got to appreciate a good play like that.
Yes, indeed. Well, again, we've got Michael Pedraza, who is warming up. And while he's completing his warm-up, I do want to remind listeners that WRFA has more Tarp Skunk action coming your way. Jamestown is going to be on the road at Batavia tomorrow and also Friday night at Niagara Falls, taking on the Power. But they're back in action 2 consecutive days. Saturday, a 6:30 game taking on Newark. And then Sunday, an afternoon game, which begins at 2 p.m., and they'll be hosting the Niagara Power. Those two games on the schedule, weather permitting. We do have rain in the forecast this weekend. Will it stick around through Sunday? Who knows? Will it stick around by Saturday night? We're not sure. But if it's not raining, we've got the game for you right here on WRFA. Here's the first pitch.
And it's Bendak that's up, and that one's popped up going into the shallow outfield. There's a campfire for it, but it's caught there in center by Calabro. So a quick 1-2-3 inning Jamestown is the victim of, and score remains 7-2 after 5. We'll have the 6th inning in just a moment right here on WRFA.
Support for WRFA is brought to you in part by listeners like you. WRFA LP is a non-profit, listener-supported community radio station. While some of our operational funding is provided by the Corporation for Public Broadcasting, we also depend on local residents, businesses, and organizations in our listening area who believe in the vital public service WRFA provides through its arts and education programming, as well as through our coverage of local news and public affairs. Plus, your generous support lets us provide a number of volunteer-based programs to be shared on our airwaves. Help keep community radio in Jamestown and Chautauqua County alive by making a contribution today. To make a tax-deductible donation or learn more about becoming a station underwriter, use the donate page on our website, WRFALP.com, or send a check to WRFA Radio, 116 East 3rd Street, Jamestown, New York. Or you can call 716-664-2465. You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks Baseball, right here on WRFALP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Well, like the man said, you're listening to Tarp Skunk Baseball on WRFALP 107.9 FM, Jamestown, New York. There's the legal ID, Norm. We're bumping up against the 9 o'clock hour here, and still a good crowd here watching the Tarp Skunks as they try to get back into this ball game. But as we start the 6th inning of a 7-inning game, it's only 7 innings. This doubleheader only has 7 innings each game. The Skunks are behind the 8 ball, so to speak. 7-2 the score here, and we'll see if the Muckdogs can make something happen. They've at least prevented them from scoring the last 2 innings.
And I will say I like the decision of keeping Berta in there. Even though he's issued a couple of walks, he has induced ground balls, and back to end the top of the 5th, he forced one that ended in a 5-4-3 double play. So even though he doesn't have a strikeout in his book yet for this game, he's been getting it done since coming in for Chafee.
Yeah, Caleb Rodriguez, by the way, the shortstop at bat for Batavia, number 7. He is 0 for 1 today. He had a fielder's choice that he hit in the 2nd inning. Actually, he's 1 for 2. He got a base hit. I thought that was a walk, but he got a base hit in the 3rd inning.
And to make it even better, he also drove in a run off it. Next pitch is low and outside for a ball. So counts 2-1 here for Berta. Here's the next delivery. That one inside nearly got Rodriguez in the funny bone right there, but it goes 2-1. Next pitch on the way by Berto. That one just a bit inside. And count goes 3-1.
Yeah, Berta's out there for at least the next couple of batters. No action at all in the bullpen for the Skunks.
Here's a 3-1. And that one's into center. Gagniondo under it and makes the catch. He almost misjudged that there, but he was able to reel it in.
Been there. Sometimes when the ball leaves the head of the bat, you misread it, and you're taught to kind of watch it, get a read, and see where it's coming in. Sometimes you start running up immediately, you might overrun it, and we almost saw that with Gagnon there, but good recovery there. He quickly stopped, realized it was a little bit deeper than he thought it was going to be, and quickly got his arm up there and reached back and pulled it out of the air. But almost a major gaffe, but an out all the same.
Next pitch by Burrows, swing and a miss, strike one. And even though Leadham doesn't have a hit, he has gotten on base twice, and when he's been on, he's been stealing bases.
I found in the outfield, too, that it helps not to have the ball, that's fouled back, not to have the ball hit directly to you, because that's when it's most difficult to read if it's coming straight at you. But if you're at a bit of an angle, you can kind of gauge how high up it's going, how fast it's arriving, and you get a much better read on where it's going. I always hated when they were hit directly to me in the outfield.
And that one goes into left, and Johnson under it for the second out, so a chance for back-to-back 1, 2, 3 innings.
Seems somewhat counterintuitive. You would think that you'd want the ball to be hit to you directly in the outfield, but sometimes you just misread it a little bit, especially if you're not a good outfielder like me. All these guys are obviously out there. They've been playing college ball. They've probably been doing it forever, but
probably been playing since childhood.
Yeah.
So it's Calabro, who he's 1 for 3, but he does have 4 RBIs and a 3-run shot. First pitch was called a strike, so the count is 0-1. Next pitch on the way by Berta, and it's a chopper over to third, and it's going to go through into left for a base hit. So for Calabro, his second hit of the night, and he'll hit the brakes and head back to first.
Yeah, Calabro had that 3-run home run back in the second inning, and now he's got a base hit as well. He is 2 for 4 on the night. Scored a run, drove in 3 runs. Who knows? Maybe he'll score another run here unless we can put out number 88, Giuseppe Arcuri.
Here's the next pitch. Chopper over to short. Fielded there by me. Throw to first in time. 3 scoreless innings pitched for Evan Berta. Score does remain 7-2 while we wait for the Skunks to come up to bat. And Jason, they're running out of chances. They're down to their last 6 outs.
Yes, they are, and we still have time to thank another one of our sponsors. Support for WRFA's coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by Schultz Auto Group. Schultz Auto Group, celebrating over 50 years serving automotive needs of the greater Jamestown community with an excellent customer buying and ownership experience. All repair facilities have experienced and factory-trained technicians with state-of-the-art equipment for all automotive needs, no matter what engine type, gas, diesel, or electric. Schultz Auto Group, proud sponsor of Tarp Skunk Baseball on WRFA. For more information, you can call 1-866-931-2998 or visit schultzauto.com. Back to you, Norm.
As always, Jason, thank you very much. As Pedraza will get another inning of work here. He came in with 2 outs back in the 5th inning, or no, the 6th, excuse me. Oh, no, I'm correct, the 5th, yeah. So, with it being a shorter one, sometimes it's a bit of a throw-off. But the last play that Usen did have, though, for anybody that's not watching the stream but listening to the radio broadcast, it was an unintentional dime there by Usen. He hacky-sacked it over to second base and caused a 4-3 ground out, and his coach allowed him to walk out in style.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. Sign him up for the soccer team, you know, while you're at, or like you said, hacky sacking it over there. Whatever it was he did, it was successful, and we'll see if Michael Pedraza can keep the momentum going for the Batavia Muckdogs. Jamestown down to its final 6 outs. We still have the 7th inning to play. This is the doubleheader. Jamestown got the best of Batavia last game. The final score was 9-2, and we're seeing close to a repeat of that, only flipping it around with Batavia now with the advantage. 7-2 the score here. Still an opportunity for Batavia possibly to add to its lead, but also an opportunity for Jamestown to cut in to that Batavia lead. We've seen Jamestown explode with runs in the past.
Oh, yes.
They can do it. We'll see if they can do it here to get things started in the bottom of the 6th.
And the guy that's had Batavia's number in Game 2 of this doubleheader, going 2 for 2, is Grady Me. It's the top of the order here. It's me, Gagnon, and Johnson that are due up. And count here 1-0 in favor of Grady Me. Next pitch on the way by Pedraza is low for ball 2. And there was one of the games a couple of weeks ago. The 7th inning of it lasted almost an hour. But that was because Jamestown put 7 runs up. And it was actually a close game for a while between them and Geneva. Next one's fouled off and hits off the press box. Everybody duck.
I'm fine.
We could hear the PA guy. I'm fine. Well, it didn't go in, so luckily no one got hurt.
Jeremy Becker over there, all smiles all the time. Couldn't meet a more jovial, friendly person, that's for sure.
Count 2-1. Next pitch on the way, and that one hits the inside corner, so the count goes even. I think it'd be a good rally starter to get if Meek could get on base here, but first he's got to be able to get on it in this at-bat. Here's the next pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
That's the second strikeout for Michael Pedraza. 1 out away here in the bottom of the 6th, and Kieran Gagnon, the center fielder, he's walked twice.
Yeah, walked twice, almost matching his jersey number. Pedraza's next pitch on the way. And that one right down the middle, strike 1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. And that one called a strike. It did hit the heart of the plate again, even though Mortellaro didn't have a clean grab of it. So Pedraza, I'm sure, wanting back-to-back strikeouts. Again, Gagnon in both at-bats, he has taken a walk. Here's the 0-2. That one's going to go foul over top of the bleachers, so he will see another pitch.
And again, with today being a doubleheader, 14 innings of baseball being played, you would think we'd see a significant number of pitchers on the mound. But so far, this is, I think, Batavia's 4th pitcher, if I'm not mistaken. We had 2 in the previous game and 2 in this game, right?
We have. Next one's fouled off, so Gagnon will see another pitch.
And Jamestown only has had 3 pitchers so far. You got to remember their pitcher in the first game went a complete shortened game, but still a complete game. I wonder if they'll credit that as a complete game, even though it was 7 innings.
I'm not
in
sure
the stat
if they would.
book.
I know when it comes to 7 innings, no hitters would not count, but next pitch was called low, ball 1. The way that looked, I was waiting for the ump to possibly do a ring-up call, but it is ruled a ball, 1 and 2 the count, so Gagnon staying alive in the at-bat as Pedraza looking to get out number 2. Here comes the next pitch. That one low and outside, 2 and 2. So even count, Pedraza's next delivery fouled off to the backstop.
Kieran Gagnon, when we talked with him, is studying aerospace engineering. He wants to work for either NASA or Lockheed Martin. So pretty sharp college student to go along with a sharp ball player.
Well, here comes another 2-2 pitch, and he went around, strike 3.
Yeah, they got him there. 2 consecutive strikeouts now for Michael Pedraza, and stepping up now is going to be number 19, Braden Johnson, who has struck out twice so far tonight, both times looking. Of course, both those times was against Ronaldo Usen.
Yeah, and both times he was caught looking. Again, Johnson, he does not strike out often. He's more of the guy that gets walked a lot. Before the start of the game, I know there was 8 walks. I believe he had only struck out 4 times. Still, though, the amount of at-bats he gets, though, that's nothing short of impressive. So, Pedraza looking to strike the side out here. As a team, Batavia has struck out 10 skunk batters, and this is going to be chopped foul down the first base side for strike 1. Next pitch on the way by Pedraza is outside, 1-1. So count even here at 1-1 with 2 outs. Here comes the next pitch by Pedraza. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So count here 1 and 2 with 2 outs. And here's the next pitch. Outside, count goes even.
Yeah, good eye by Johnson in there.
Here's another 2-2. That one skips in the dirt, ball 3.
That was, looked pretty close to being right in the zone, but just a little low and outside. Full count here.
Thompson is due up if Johnson gets walked or gets a hit. Full count here with 2 outs, nobody on. Payoff pitch by Pedraza is fouled off, hits off the press box.
So we'll do it again here. Johnson battling away.
Back Jack, do it again. Johnson again in a full count. Pedraza shaking off one, looking for that right one to get the 3rd out. Here's the payoff. Swing and a miss, strike 3, so Pedraza strikes out the side in order. 6 innings complete here at Dietrich, and Batavia up 7-2. Final inning coming up right here on WRFA.
Hi, I'm Jason Sample, WRFA LP station manager, here to talk about underwriting on WRFA. People ask me all the time, what is underwriting? Well, it's similar to advertising, but since we are a non-commercial educational radio station, we have certain rules about the messages we produce for businesses who support us. We don't give prices for services or products, or calls to action like stop in today. We don't use comparison words like the best or the cheapest. And we don't crowd our airways so that your business message
Like a kung
is
fu
heard.
movie.
The goal of underwriting on WRFA is to provide transparency to our listeners about where our funding comes from, while recognizing those businesses and organizations by name, along with details like who, what, where, and when. We also feature all underwriters on our website and offer discounts to fellow nonprofits. To get your business or organization on the air at WRFA, contact me at WRFA@RegLene.com or call 716-664-2465 extension 209. Let me find the right fit for you on WRFA. You're listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks Baseball right here on WRFA LP 107.9 FM in Jamestown.
Top of the 7th beginning here at Dietrich, and score 7-2 here. Batavia is ahead. Okay, so it is indeed Luke Fuller that's going to be pitching here. I just heard the home plate umpire saying there was a substitution in right field. That's where Fuller was playing, but he's going to see an inning of work here, and he'll be taking over for Evan Berta. And Berta, he got it done when he came in. He worked 3 innings, 3 shutout innings.
Well, Luke Fuller has pitched before, so this isn't unprecedented. He's had 2 innings pitched in relief. He's only given up 1 hit and 1 walk and has 2 strikeouts. So a very short amount of relief work, but not unprecedented. We've seen Fuller do this before, and here we are in the final frame, unless Jamestown can score 5 runs in the bottom of the 7th inning here of this second game of the doubleheader.
First pitch of the night by Fuller is called a strike on the outside corner. It's Agresti that's up to bat right now. It'll be he, Acelta, and Daniels that are up. 0-1 pitch on the way. Fouled off, strike 2.
Agresti 1 for 2 on the night. He flew out in the 2nd and got a base hit back in the 4th.
So count here 0-2.
Beautiful sunset there on this first day of summer. Skies are just a beautiful color.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. So a strikeout there for Luke Fuller. So 1 out here is now it will be James Acelta, the extra hitter.
Yeah, Salta flew out in the 1st inning, grounded out in the 3rd inning, and walked in the 4th inning. So he's 0 for 2 on the night with a walk.
Fuller gets the 1 he wants. Here comes the next pitch. Called a strike right at the heart of the dish.
Yeah, nice change up there. Off-speed pitch. Keeping Asalta guessing.
Next one by Fuller on the way. Outside, evens it at 1s. One delivery. Upstairs, 2-1. The close shave right there, but again, no Barbasol required. 2-1 count.
Yeah, a little bit of chin music there.
All he needs is a violin bow. 2-1, swung on and missed, strike 2. I think he wanted payback by hitting the tater, but turned it into a mashed potato with that swing. Fuller looking for back-to-back strikeouts. Here comes the next pitch. That's in the dirt, full count. So for Batavia, 7 runs on 9 hits, but game 1 they had 4 errors. The big difference now, they have none. And that's been a big help. Full counters, upstairs, ball 4. So second straight time a Celta's been walked, and now it will be Daniels, the first baseman.
Daniels struck out looking in the first inning, base hit in the 3rd inning, and grounded out in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3 on the night, and he's scored out 1 run as well back in the 3rd inning. Here's Fuller looking to deliver.
That one way inside, ball 1. That almost got the elbow there. Fuller checking the runner at first. Here comes the next pitch. Fouled off, strike 1. Hits off the netting on the grandstands. So counts even here at 1-1, and this is somewhere you wouldn't mind inducing a ground ball to get the pitcher's best friend, the double play. One by Fuller. Upstairs, 2-1.
Yeah, Fuller's having a little bit of control issues here these past 2 batters after striking out the leadoff batter here in the top of the 7th inning. Let's see if he can calm down and get things back under control a little bit.
2-1 pitch by Fuller. That one was what the doctor ordered. Got prescribed the strike there, making it 2-2. Yeah, again, this situation, a strikeout would be nice, but the double play would be better. That's a good thing for being the home team. Jamestown will get the last licks. Here's the 2-2. That one's hit over to right, and making the catch for the second out. I do believe they said Viella is now out in right field.
Well, it's a good thing I brought my wife's bird-watching binoculars, Norm, because I can pull these out and take a quick look all the way out there into right field and let you know that it is number 21.
Oh, 21? Oh.
Unless I'm reading it wrong. Either 27 or 21.
Well, there's no way it'd be 27 because that's Monroe at first as the...
What about 23?
I'm trying
Some number between 1 and 9, Norm.
Oh, is it actually? Well, you said it was in the 20s.
No, it's 20, and then the second number, his fabric of his shirt's kind of covering it up, so it's hard for me to get a read on it. So I think it's a 3, but a...
Count, though, even at 1-1 here with 2 outs, and next pitch on the way by Fuller. Chopper, and goes through in the left. Base hit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure right field is now Drew Garth from Seton Hill University.
Yep, it is. It's Drew Garth. Well, I took a look, or a little closer up when he was walking over, because he does have a darker tan complexion. Right when I saw that, could tell it was Garth. So he's hanging out there with Wayne in right field. Except we don't hear Bohemian Rhapsody right now.
Party on all the same.
Yeah, if you're going to catch the ball, catch it like that, man. As the next pitch is upstairs for a ball to De Stefano.
So runners at first and second with 2 outs here. We're in the top of the 7th inning. The score is 7-2. Batavia Muckdogs at bat and with the lead over your Jamestown Tarp Skunks here on WRFA. Here's the pitch.
Upstairs and outside, 2-0. Yeah, that last hit, though, by Batavia, that was their 10th hit of the game. Two-0 by Fuller, swing and a miss, strike one. Now it's a chorus line on the board, a 2-1 count with the 2 outs, and Fuller looking to throw a shutout inning here to avoid an even bigger deficit for Jamestown to attempt to overcome in the bottom half. 2-1 fouled off, evens the count. Yeah, again, Fuller, he started in right field, now he's pitching, and Drew Garth has been put in as a substitute in right. Usually, though, when he hits, he's usually the D or the EH when he does start. Here's a 2-2. Runners are going, and it's fouled off. So like Bob Seeger, count is still the same.
I think that might have went in the press box, owner's box.
Well, at least we didn't hear a picture frame get broken again.
That has happened.
Captain Johnny Campus. So 2-2 count here with 2 outs, and Fuller looking to get a 4th straight shutout inning for the pitching unit. Here's the pitch. That's going to be over to second, and catch made there by Dunlap for the last out of the inning. And last ups, last licks coming up for Jamestown. They're down by 5 runs, 7-2. But first, Jason, as always, we broadcast together in between the top halves. I'm going to shift it over to you.
All right, let's remind our listeners that support for WRFA's coverage of the Jamestown Tarp Skunks is brought to you in part by Reg Linné Center for the Arts, the official license holder of WRFA Radio. Reg Linné Center for the Arts is located in the heart of downtown Jamestown, New York at 106 East 3rd Street. It offers comprehensive programming that inspires, educates, and empowers our community. Reg Linné also offers rentals of its facility to the public, providing spaces for 12 or 1,200 people. The popular Movies at the Reg offers a safe and comfortable environment for patrons to watch a wide variety of films, with food and beverages also available. For more information on all events and activities related to the Reg Linné, go online to reglinné.com or call 716-664-2465.
With you saying that, Jason, I do believe a couple days ago they aired The Nutty Professor.
Actually, that was the National Comedy Center.
Oh, my fault.
That's all right. It was part of the community-wide Juneteenth celebration here in Jamestown. A lot of different organizations were involved, including the National Comedy Center here in Jamestown, New York, and they hosted a free outdoor showing of the classic Eddie Murphy film, The Nutty Professor, a remake of an earlier version. I think it had Jerry Lewis.
I've got the old version of that.
Not to be confused with Jerry Lee Lewis.
Oh, no, it's not Great Balls of Fire, but in the Eddie Murphy version, he actually plays 7 different characters.
Yeah.
He plays the whole family. I think the best
Clugs,
part's
right?
Clumps.
The Clumps.
Sherman Clump.
Yes, it was a very endearing film.
Yes.
Very nutty. Well, here we are at the bottom of the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Skunks are down by 5 runs. They've got a lot of work to do and just 3 outs to do it in, as this is an abbreviated ball game because of today's doubleheader, the second of 2 games here.
But Thompson, he has been a bright spot for Jamestown. Not only is he 2 for 2, he has driven in both RBIs.
Michael Pedraza has been a bright spot on the mound for the Muckdogs, along with the starting pitcher, Ronaldo Uzin. Between the two of them, they have simply shut down the Skunks. Pedraza already has 4 strikeouts, and Uzin had 8 strikeouts. So 12 strikeouts together.
And swing and a miss, strike 2, and if they get one here, they'll get the baker's dozen, which is always good in a box of donuts. He did strike out the side back in the 6th inning. But here's the 0-2 to Thompson, and it's fouled off. So he'll see another pitch. Again, Thompson 2 for 2, a pair of singles and 2 RBIs. And he's also been strong in the infield throughout the season as well so far. Pedraza looking for his 4th straight strikeout, and that one's going to be fouled off. So keeping the battle alive. Always inspiring. It'd be cool, though, if there was another foul ball. I wouldn't mind hearing Rise of the Valkyrie. Just as a battle cry. Dun, 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 dun.
Ah, the old Wagner song.
But 0-2 count here. Pedraza's next delivery is popped up. It is in play. It's a three-man campfire for it, and it gets caught there in first by Daniels for the first out. Good hustle.
Yeah, yes, indeed. So now only 2 outs remaining for Jamestown, and I believe number 28, Luke Fuller, coming in. Fuller obviously starting in right field, but he did pitch the top of this inning. Here he is in the bottom of the inning. He's 0 for 2 on the night, striking out in the first inning and grounding out in the 4th inning. We'll see if Fuller can get a little action going here.
Well, he did have a scoreless inning, though, to his credit, and instead of Wallace coming up after him, it's going to be Drew Garth. He is on deck. He came in as a substitution in right when Fuller came on to pitch, but the last one hit the dirt for a ball. I love it when pitchers bat. I'm not a fan of the DH in both leagues. I liked it when the pitchers could rake because some of them could crush the ball. And that one's outside for the ball, making it 2-0. And one guy that was like that for your Pirates, Rick Roden.
Oh, yeah.
Had like 9 career dingers. But 1-0 count. Here comes the next pitch. That one on the outside corner for a strike.
So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Here's the delivery.
This one's going to go right over to second. Fielded there cleanly. Throw to Daniels in time. So Skunks down to their last out. And it's going to be Drew Garth coming up to bat in lieu of Aiden Wallace. So technically I would not say he's pinch hitting because he did come in as a substitution in right. But he is also hitting for the DH. And that's what he usually does when he starts. So he'll look to make Garth proud here with a base hit and keep this game alive.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be the final out of the ball game. Nobody ever does.
Here's the next pitch by Pedraza, outside ball 1.
Garth is batting .217 on the season, 23 at-bats, 5 hits, 2 doubles, 4 RBI, 1 walk.
Yeah, he's another one of those skunks that's not scared to swing it if it's a pitch he likes. And
that's going to drop.
Yeah, it's going in the gap in the center field. That's going to be at least a double.
Might be a triple. Is he going to be aggressive here?
Yes, he is. He's going to go for the triple. And here comes a throw to third. It's going to be not in time. And that's one Wayne would be proud of there. A triple by Drew Garth. And cue the Bohemian Rhapsody in the headbanging, but without the car. So Skunks will see another batter, and it will be Aiden Dunlap, the second baseman.
Well, we've seen every hit tonight then. We've seen a triple, a home run, a base hit. Were there any doubles tonight? I'm pretty sure there was.
Yeah, we saw the cycle. An unconventional cycle.
Right. It took 2 teams to do it, but we saw every single hit imaginable.
I'll take it.
That's a day at the ballpark.
And that's how doubleheaders are worth it. As the first pitch was fouled off for strike 1.
I mean, everybody loves the home run, but my favorite hit is the triple, just because.
That's the most difficult.
Yeah. It doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, even Benji Molina hit for the cycle, and he was
unless it's an inside the park home run,
that's even more impressive.
Yeah.
0-1 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. So Batavia 1 strike away from finishing this doubleheader with 1 game each, and that's something Jamestown can keep their heads high on. They at least got 1 win in this doubleheader. It beats getting swept. But Pedraza, he's filled the void very well after coming in for Usen, who had a quality performance and then some. Here's the 0-2. In the dirt, ball 1. So good discipline there by Dunlap not to swing at that one. But that was also a good waste pitch because you never know. If someone likes a swing, they'll chase it in the dirt.
Right. Well, Dunlap's 0 for 2 on the night here. We'll see if he can't get this 2-out lightning going by getting on base safely.
Count is 1-2. Pedraza checks Garth at third. Here's the pitch, and that's going to go over to short. Rodriguez fields it, throw to first in time, so Batavia will take game 2 of this doubleheader, 7-2. But the doubleheader is finished with a 1-1 split. So Jamestown was able to walk away with one victory, and it should help them a little bit in the standings, but they are still in third place, and they're not far behind at all, so nothing to panic about by any means.
No, they do have to face Batavia on the road tomorrow and on the road at Niagara as well. Then they'll be hosting Newark on Saturday, and then we'll start the week next week on Sunday with an afternoon game at 2 p.m. hosting Niagara. So Jamestown, hey, you win some, you lose some. We saw that tonight. They won one, they lost one, and the record is now 7-5-1 on this still relatively young season in the Perfect Game Collegiate Baseball League. So hopefully they'll turn things around. Hey, hats off to Batavia Muckdogs. They floundered a little bit in the first game of this doubleheader, but boy, they came back with a vengeance in the second game. Some really great pitching. We saw 12 strikeouts combined between the two pitchers, Ronaldo Usen along with Michael Pedraza, and that really was the difference. Jamestown's bats just really couldn't get enough going to make a go at it. And we did see a few mistakes on Jamestown's part and some hot bats with 10 hits for Batavia, and that was the story here, Norm.
Yeah, and one of them was including a 3-run shot. That was the big one, because without that, this would have been a much closer game.
Yeah, that 3-run home run was worth the price of admission, even if it was the opposing team that did it.
It's always great to see, because this is the toughest ballpark in the league to hit a homer off of. But with that, it's going to do it for tonight's doubleheader of Jamestown Tarp Skunk Baseball and WRFA. And the final score of this one, Jamestown on the short end, 7-2 versus Batavia. But they do split the doubleheader, one each. Thank you to our studio engineer, Gavin Paternity, and for my broadcast partner, as well as the executive producer of these games, Jason Sample. This is Norm Rodriguez saying thank you for listening to Jamestown Tarp Skunks Baseball on WRFA. We will see you in a couple of days, weather permitting, when they are back home against Newark Pilots. So long, everybody.